Oh.
Okay, 7 deadly sins. Cool. We last left off. Oh, it's still not playing. Okay. So
it's going.
So we last left off with the party having quite the adventurous thing in which they kind of really fucked themselves over and basically blew up the Wheel of Fortune's casino. The party, in looking for aids and allies, did not find them and instead found themselves in deep, deep, deep shit. So, as you left the casino, Isaac, you get a message on your sending stone. What the fuck did you do?
I was just about to say, Kamir's gonna stop being invisible. I mentioned Kamir's standing right next to Isaac. He's just gonna stop being invisible. He goes, "What the fuck was that, Isaac?"
How about we don't take our time talking and we actually get at it?
So you start to hear as you're kind of all there and you begin to move.
As I move out, I turn and I cast, this is a reaction spell, Soul Cage.
Okay.
And I'm taking the guard's soul, the bouncer's soul.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
So that's the Minotaur's. Okay.
Yep.
You kind of cast it out and you can see that there's these golden tendrils that almost wrap around like it is a rope that is tying this soul up. Isaac, you begin to hear a really frantic voice on the end of your sending stone, but it is cutting in and out. You recognize the voice to be Michelle's. You hear, "They know you've been in contact with someone in the guild. They're sending..." And it cuts out.
Shit.
Where'd you now?
Isaac, where to now? Okay,
we have our plan. We're meeting. We already talked about where we're meeting. Let's just go. If we need to split up, we can split up. We have walkie-talkies.
Got it. All right, cool.
All right.
Where's Cassius?
I'm going to take the...
Hold on. Where's Cassius?
Cassius, you see, has vanished into vapor and is seemingly just following and trailing behind you all.
Okay, good. I'm like, I don't want you out of my sight, bro. I just pointed the mist.
Okay.
As we're moving, I'm gonna take the Helm of Mind shielding out of my bag and just slam it onto my head.
Okay, well, for the purposes of this, can we have Isaac, can you go ahead and roll an investigation check to kind of find one of the entrances to the sewers?
Do I get any bonuses?
If anyone's trying to read our thoughts, it ain't gonna be
just a straight investigation check.
I can assist because I have all the stuff.
You're not able to do any stealth checks right now because of the fog cloud.
I'm not stealth checks, investigation stuff.
Wait.
Okay, I'm saying, that would give you disadvantage then, Isaac. Disadvantage on investigation to find the sewers because of the cloud.
Can I leave the cloud?
Depends what PJ's gonna do. You're too connected with the party.
You have the movement to leave the cloud.
Okay, yeah, but I'm saying you're still gonna get disadvantage because it's such a wide thing and you're immediately just looking around.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Can we just open the ground?
That's a 19 and 16, so a 16 plus.
I like your ingenuity,
31.
Jeremy, but I don't think that's good. I think it's gonna cost.
Okay, what did you get? 31. Okay, yeah, you kind of quickly scan around and are looking about, and you manage to find maybe down 2 blocks. There is an entrance into one of the sewers. You hear another message come through on your sending stone. "You need to get off this plane. He can't travel off it. We can go after Humit first. That way." It cuts out again.
I'm going to say, down this way, get rid of that goddamn cloud. It's making it too obvious.
Okay, so you kind of make your way down, darting about, and you can see people are watching you as you're running past. They can see this giant cloud, and they're screaming. People are yelling, and they're saying, "This way, over here!"
PJ is intentionally not following. He whispers into his walkie-talkie. We'll meet up later. I'm spreading out, so it's dispersed. And he's going to cast Disguise Self.
Wait, hold on. TJ,
what?
CC, as you're doing this, she comes over and says, "Take care, be careful," and casts Gift of Alacrity on yourself, so you get a D8 for the next 8 hours, D8 to any initiative rolls.
Okay. He's gonna cast Disguise Self.
Before we exit the cloud, I'm gonna go invisible again, just in case.
Okay, so who's following PJ and who is not? And who is following Isaac?
I'm following Isaac. I just helped people.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with PJ. But I'm gonna be invisible.
Okay.
I'm gonna force Cassius to come with.
Okay, Cassie's going with you. Ash?
I am big and noticeable, so I am going to, I am actually going to, invoke Silva and, right as I'm about to leave the cloud, misty step down into the sewers.
Okay, so you're going with Isaac then.
Nice.
All right.
So that people don't see a giant man in armor jump into the sewers.
Okay, so you kind of split off, moving in different directions. Isaac, you're going in the direction north, which is towards where the sewers are. PJ, you instead go west, moving towards the outskirts of the city, moving closer towards the inner portions of the city as opposed to the outskirts. Isaac, you get another matches on your sending stone. Isaac, they're not pulling any shots. Anyone that seems to, and it cuts. And anyone that, 1 second, sorry. You hear, as it cuts out and there's garbled noise, you hear, and anyone they suspect is in league with you. He's already killed your father, and...
Oh.
It cuts out again.
Oh.
Well, PJ looks like Gideon now.
Contacting me and get your head down.
PJ is going to cast Disguise Self onto look like Anastasia, and he's running in the opposite direction, so you guys went north, so he's going south.
Okay.
And you're going to be followed by me, who's invisible, and Cassius, who's invisible.
PJ is using his background because he knows the streets essentially here, and so he already mapped out where the sewers were before. So he wants to head in deeper so that more people will follow him.
Okay, so you're moving into the only thing is that, PJ, there is such an extensive guard, is that you're not going to get all of them following one and all of them following the other. If Isaac is not, like, you're going to get a certain source of them following you, but not all of them. Yeah. Okay,
not all of them.
You're gathering a lot of attention. Isaac, go ahead and roll a stealth check, hopping into the sewers, and investigation.
Actually, I wanted to do something.
Yes.
I'm going to, as we're above the sewers, as we're approaching, I'm going to cast Fog Cloud to obscure everything around us, and then, so we can hop in the sewers without being seen where we...
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
That doesn't move with us.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage, then all of you. And then Isaac, roll that investigation check for me.
Okay, 26 stealth.
Okay.
Investigation, what am I rolling investigation for?
You're looking for Michelle.
Okay.
Actually, decent this time, 19 stealth.
19, okay.
Oh, sorry. I did not mean that. I'm going to do that now. I said we need to do that eventually. Okay. That's not what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I'm just getting the fuck out.
Okay, go and roll that stealth check for me then, hopping in the sewers.
Yeah, 26.
26?
I'm gonna...
11.
11, okay. Alright, you begin running and moving. Isaac, you get one more message on your sending stone, and it sounds frantic, and in a vulnerable voice that you've never heard Michelle speak with before. Maybe one other time, but it sounds terrified. You hear, Isaac, please help! I don't want to die! He's after me next!
Okay, then yes, at that point, yes, I am finding Michelle.
Okay, you begin...
At that point, because I did not...
Go ahead and roll that investigation check for me.
I'm gonna...
Oh, let's go, 32. Sorry, 33.
33, okay. You begin searching and moving throughout the sewers, sort of taking every bit that you can to try to find wherever the fuck she is. With that, we're gonna go into focus. PJ and Kamir.
And me. I'm gonna lean over and say, like, do you know what the hell you're doing, PJ? Sorry.
So PJ, are you dispelling the cloud, because people are then going to know that you've shifted appearance? Like you can't just shift appearance in the cloud and then whoever comes out of it, they're going to think, oh, that's not the person who cast the cloud.
No. The reason why he shifted appearance is because inside the cloud they never saw PJ.
Okay.
So
well, I'm saying they know
else.
They know enough that the people in this area and the King's Court know enough of your ability as a caster that they know that you're able to do that. And just so you know, this isn't
okay.
Cool.
So what I'm doing this is so that the populace doesn't remember what the original PJ, they remember this new face, and so they'll be confused when they see different faces.
Okay, I'll say for the purpose of this, if you're looking to... Okay, are you dispelling the cloud or not?
I will soon, let's get a bit further.
Okay. I'm going to say I'm going to let you know, because PJ would know this as an intelligence thing. If he drops it now, it would probably be a little bit better off. If he keeps it up, he's probably in a bit more danger. Just so you know, PJ would know that.
Okay. This entire thing is dangerous.
Okay, just so you know, just letting you know that. So, PJ, as you keep the cloud up, you continue running and you move down alleyways and down corridors and not halls, but you get the idea of streets. And you hear a voice kind of teleport next to you, and you can see the smiling face of the fool.
fuck.
As a
I'm like,
reaction,
PJ, that's not me.
And you see Kamir, Kamir see, and you see the fool stops and stands next to all of you. And as he does, he says, "Now that is an interesting trick. I am intrigued. Come with me. Come on.
The hell do you want?
I'm gonna help you.
I'm like still,
Because
I'm
this
still
seems
cool.
PJ stops running.
this seems interesting, and you don't have a lot of time. Come on, you know me, kid."
And Misty steps downward.
Oh, fuck you.
And then deactivates the cloud.
So as he Misty steps downward, you see the full.
And then deactivates the cloud.
I'm gonna take out the wheelchair and I'm gonna teleport.
Oh, wait, you teleport down. You see, as you all teleport downward, you see arrives down right there with you. Ah, that's what you were trying to do. Well,
Smaller crowd.
Well, I'll be damned. You two really are so interesting. And Isaac, he's alive. You know they got the entire city after him right now, right?
How did you not know?
Yeah, we know now.
Nobody knew. That,
Wait, really?
No.
I thought you were the almighty fool.
I'm supposed to be, apparently, but it seems you have fooled the fool himself. So, I'm interested. I have intel, I have information, and you all seem like a lot of fun. Because, frankly, this King's Court, joyful death business, I caught wind of, old Isaac's plan, and I want in.
First things first.
What?
First things first, man. I'm gonna dispel invisibility for a second. First things first, man. At least can you I don't know, can you take us to where everybody else is?
Yeah, I can help you out for sure. All right.
Can PJ try to see what this guy actually means, or
Roll
like,
inside
intends?
check. Roll inside check.
Okay.
Wait, can Cassius phase through stuff?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
He's missed.
And he's
Wanted
missed.
to make sure. Wanted to make sure we didn't just leave him up there.
I'm using lucky. And with that, I have a 29.
He seems super genuine. He seems like this. You guys seem fun, because that's like the fool's main thing. It's like if something seems chaotic and fun, he's like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." He seems super interested in actually joining you. He kind of looks
He
at
rolled
you.
a 30 deception.
He looks at you and is like, "All right, first things first. Let me tell you about old King L, or as they call him."
No, hold on, man.
And you
we
see,
don't have time for this.
just about as he's about to spill this information, you see blood trickle down the front of his face as he's and falls, Joker outfit and all, in the sewage of the mud. And you can see, standing where he was, a figure, cloaked in red, with two horns that poke out from the actual cloak itself.
PJ.
Run.
PJ, grab my hand.
Go ahead.
PJ, grab my hand.
PJ scooping up the fool.
The fool is... You see, as you're picking up the fool, immediately there is no heartbeat, you feel no pulse, and they're cold and limp.
PJ.
PJ is gonna start running with Kamir. But
PJ,
as he's running...
I want everyone to roll for initiative.
PJ's gonna cast the
just PJ and Kamir. PJ, you can do that on your turn. Just Kamir and PJ and whoever this horned figure is.
I wonder who this horned figure is.
Sophia, you have Gift of Alacrity, so you have a D8 to that initiative.
Okay, D8?
An extra D8.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, 25 to 20.
Hold on. 23.
PJ, what's your initiative bonus?
+5, and I was just given another 5 by Jeremy.
Oh, okay, so I'll say that you get to go first then.
Susie,
Got
magic!
15.
Okay.
Shit.
Well, it was good knowing PJ.
Okay.
I'm glad I have the Mark of Isaac activated on my armor.
Okay. That brings us to come here, you got a 15. Okay.
Am I going first?
So you see, as you're pulling the fool along with you, PJ, you're pushed up in the initiative order. As you can see, this you barely got a glimpse of this figure as suddenly you just see like them standing kind of cloaked, head above their eyes, and just devil horns that poke out from the cloak. It is like a satin, deep crimson red color, and you see that they walk with 2 blades extended. They seem intensely magical in nature and have a very, very strong potency. One of them you see is almost looks like a snake that's wrapped around the hilt, and the blade itself is a sickly green and black color that kind of moves with one another, and you recognize it to be a very powerful necromancy spell. The other seems to be a blade made entirely of almost like obsidian glass, and it sort of moves from that deep, dark, kind of jet black color into a royal blue, and you can see it seems to almost smoke with vapor at the end, and just slowly inches and is running up towards you, almost like swords behind him. So PJ, you're first up. What are you doing?
I just realized that divine sense for like good and evil. I have to trigger it intentionally, as opposed to it just being triggered normally. But basically, no, I am carrying full and running. I trust Kamir to follow me.
I'm trying to. In fact, Kamir is explicitly is asking you to grab his hand.
TJ looks frustrated, grabs your hand, but as he grabs your hand, and he's running at this point, he's gonna look at the fool on his right side and cast a Revivify.
Okay. As you cast...
He finally has it in his thing.
As you cast... Do you have the diamond components necessary for Revivify?
I do.
Okay.
Because I'm Mario.
As you cast out the spell, PJ, you see, as opposed to the fool being re-imbued with life, you'll see the obsidian blue and black sword glow. As you see the soul of the fool is pulled from the sword. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me. We're gonna go ahead and roll an opposed one.
21.
Okay.
Plus 6, 27.
Okay. You see the soul right, kind of almost being played in a tug of war game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, before it is ultimately sucked into the sword of this figure.
Just random question, is it a sword or a dagger?
It's a sword.
Cool. Good to know.
Don't worry, it's not that.
Kamir, he has his soul.
Yeah, I was curious.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, PJ, that's your action. You have your bonus action, and then you're using half your movement because you're grabbing the full, so your movement is halved because you're carrying someone. So you have, I believe, 30 feet because of your Heelys?
Yeah.
Okay. Or did that change when you got the...
with the armor, it was from 60 to 30, and then
so now it's
30
just
to
15. So yeah, 15, yeah. So you have 15 feet of movement.
Revivify counts as a spell.
Yep.
Can I do that? I don't think I can do that. I can do that. But I can't recast. And so... You can cast a spell and then you can cast a cantrip, right? Because it's just a cantrip?
If you cast any spell as a bonus action, you can only cast a cantrip with a casting time of 1 action for the rest of the turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So since you have cast a leveled spell, you cannot cast another spell as a bonus action, even if it is a cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm not going to use my bonus action.
I learned recently that is how that rule works.
Yeah. All right.
That's a weird rule.
PJ, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Brings us to the devil.
Mm.
All right.
Evil stupid.
All right, PJ. We're gonna go ahead and do an attack against you first.
Oh.
As you see the almost like runs up the side of the wall, having the blades drag behind them, and brings it down and slashes it out against you. To hit, that is a 13 plus a 23 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, the second attack. That is a 27
That
to
moment
hit.
when you can't reaction
The
shield.
29 to hit.
A 29 hits.
Okay, PJ, what's
I'm
your
good
max
for the
HP?
medic.
Oh no.
108.
Oh, you're above 100. So, PJ, you see as the blade into you, you feel a spell. A spell unlike one you have experienced in a long time. As you hear a command word is spoken.
Uh-oh.
And you feel a power word kill. Spell
Did you say
imbued
Avada Kedavra?
Okay, did you say max health or current health?
So I'm asking what
My
your
current
max...
health is not at current. My current health
Oh,
is
it's
not?
not?
No.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I was wounded in the casino.
Oh, okay. So what's your current health?
For how much?
I am at 78. I'm below 100.
PJ,
So this would kill me.
this would kill you.
So that's what you think.
Well,
As it is what I think. This would kill me.
That's what you think. I don't know.
All right.
Join Mirio in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Although I do have my Periapt activated, but I'm not sure if that would work.
So,
In this
power...
situation.
away the... That's heal.
Does it work like
You utter a word of
where,
power
like-
that can kill one creature you see.
With my Periapt, I stabilize whenever I'm dying at the start of my turn.
Yeah.
Wait, is
You're
the
not
Periapt
dying,
like
you're
sturdy and
instantly
You are
dead.
instantly dead. So you utter a word of power that can compel one creature you see within range to die instantly. If the creature you choose has 100 hit points or fewer, it dies.
What do we so compel? It's like, hey, you should probably die. And you're like, yeah, okay.
Otherwise, the spell has no effect.
Guess I'll die.
So otherwise the spell has no effect. You see the blade slash through PJ's chest, and PJ, all life out of you.
So I'm dragging PJ now.
Yeah.
Right.
Dragging PJ, who's dragging the
brings us
fool? You
to
gotta
Oh
the
god.
the devil's turn. Is gonna go ahead and try to attack you.
Uh-oh.
Please.
Fuck me. That is
Okay,
a
Please. Please.
7.
A
7
what?
to hit.
7?
Yeah.
To hit?
I rolled a
That
natural
misses.
1.
Thank fuck.
Okay, doesn't hit.
No,
Do I
it's
no
not.
longer have a soul?
All right, PJ, I want you to go ahead. Actually, no, because he hit you with the other blade, the blade that has the snakes wrapped around it. The one that has the that's the soul. That's not the soul blade. That was the one he was trying to
Will
hit
he
Kamir
hit me
with.
again with the soul?
So that's the end of the devil's turn. That brings us to
Okay.
Kamir. You're up.
As I'm running, I like turn to Cassius and I'm like, are there any like safe like planes? Are there any safe planes that we can go to?
Not that I know of.
Grab my damn hand then.
He solidifies into material and turns into a humanoid figure.
Okay, I'm going to do something a little risky.
You do know.
but I'm
I'll
going-
say, Kamir, you would know this because the party has talked about it extensively. Isaac had the plan to kill Hemet.
Yeah, I know.
So-
but I don't want to go there if I don't have to.
Fair.
If there's a safer place that I can go out, why would I go there?
Sure, if you were really trying to kind of figure that out, the only thing is that it would take your action to basically make that ability check.
Fine, fuck it.
Okay.
Fuck it. I'm gonna plane shift to the astral to the not the astral plane to the one of the 9 hells.
I was
Okay.
worried for a second we were gonna.
The first of the 9 hells. I
Oh,
was
okay.
I was gonna not do it.
Okay.
That's why I want you to take my like just in
Yeah.
case.
Okay. So do you have a specific
Or does it go
location in the
into
9 house?
Avernus?
Avernus, or are you
The
going?
top.
You're going to the first one.
The top one, the top, whatever the least dangerous one is.
Probably
I'm going
that
to
is
one.
probably Kamir. Okay.
That's
Because you're
literally-
because
Kamir's
you.
literally gonna say because it's the spell says that I can specify.
Okay, what's your
but, like,
specification?
my specification is the safest ring of the 9 hells.
Okay.
And
I'll say okay
Objective.
because you
And
put
I'm
that
gonna try it, 'cause
because
I've
you
never
put
done
that
this
that's gonna be the difference there. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
it's
Just
instantaneous.
to let you know, the 9 hells is the safest part.
Come here,
Yeah.
PJ.
And I have to be linking hands.
Come here,
So
PJ
those are the
and
two
Cassius. You clasp the hands and you feel yourselves turn and be pulled on the spot as the area surrounding becomes much hotter and almost begins to just like burn and course your skin around you. And as you open your eyes, you find yourselves at the gates of a city. And I will say it might be a little bit till we get back to you, but you look around
Okay.
and you don't see the devil flanking you now. But I'll say that the
Is
fool
PJ conscious?
PJ
Yes, he's dead.
PJ is dead.
That's
I
unfortunate.
look at Cassius and I'm just like, oh, welcome to hell.
Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and shift focus. Okay. Damn.
Cassius like, what did you just do? I'm like, welcome to hell.
All right.
Has been hotel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alrighty. That brings us to Isaac, Cece, and Ash. You begin frantically.
I just realized that we accidentally brought the fool's dead body. I accidentally brought the fool's dead body.
You did. You brought the fool's dead body as well. Okay. You.
Oh yes, we got the fool's body.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You do have the fool's body, yes. So you see, as you're kind of like running through. Cece, you want to do something?
Yeah, as we when we first jumped down, I'm assuming there's a pot or sewer,
Yes.
manhole cover, right?
Yes.
As we jumped down through that, I shut up behind us and cast Arcane Lock.
Okay, you. And you
So
can
it
see
is now
that
locked.
there's a flash of reddish orange light, and you can see almost a snake slither around the edge of where the sewer cover is and bite its own tail, and sort of seems to meld into the metal and keep it locked there.
Bought us some time. Ash, I touch your forehead and cast stone skin. You're resistant to all non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
I just imagined like
Okay.
Isaac's like, oh god, as his like
Yeah.
skin into like stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then my ward enters up.
Now what?
I don't know.
Yeah, so I think looking for, just trying to find Michelle.
Okay, roll another, I'll say, either perception or investigation check for me.
Investigation's
She's
better.
also going to roll investigation check to try to find you.
Are you clearly looking for
18
someone or
to 33.
something?
Yes, Ash. He does seem to be.
33.
33? Okay.
In that case, if I can for that roll, since the result has not been officially declared yet, I would like to invoke Silas and activate my Storm Rune,
Oh, okay.
which different flavor from the last times that I've used it. Instead of the like blue eyes and electricity crackle, it's almost like a like crown of thorns sprouts around my head, like a circlet, and then down into the skin as my eyes glow a bright green, and I'm going to give you advantage on that.
Oh.
Okay, I rolled a
as-
natural 18, so I'll see if I get a 20.
And Aaron, as we're
Yeah.
going along, I'm
As-
using mold.
Did you?
Yes!
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Hell yeah!
I was gonna say, I'm leaving
fuck
little.
yeah.
I'm using mold
Oh,
art to
hold
leave
on,
little
hold on.
notes in
It's
Thieves'
right over
pants
here.
that Isaac tells me to on the wall, so if
Hell yeah.
like she sees it, she can find us.
Oh, okay. So you're leaving a trail?
No, I'm
Okay.
leaving little marks in Thieves' Cant from Isaac.
Okay. No, I'm saying you're leaving a mark of something
Just
in Thieves'
one.
Cant. Just one?
Just one,
Okay.
and it says we are looking for you. That's all.
Okay.
Well, I got a 35.
As you do
total.
that, you hear down like the corridor of the sewer. Michelle has given up on any form of stealth because her life depends on it, and you hear her screaming, "Isaac! Isaac!"
Over here!
And you see that she comes running in towards you, and she says, I saw him, we gotta go, we gotta move now."
I think
Hold
it's,
up.
gun up.
I touch, what's her face? What's her face again?
Michelle.
Michelle. I cast mage
dating?
armor. I cast mage armor on Michelle.
We need to get off this plane of existence. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I got your message about going after Cubit. Hold on.
Where?
BJ.
You hear nothing.
You don't hear anything.
BJ.
We should probably go.
Fuck. Come here.
Nothing. Where's the kid?
Does it go across planes?
Which spell goes across planes?
I
Plane
cast
shift.
scrying. I cast scrying on PJ as I hear this happening.
Can I, So does it only go between
I can't tell if it's. I think it's I don't know if it's sending
check.
a message. Sending your message. One of them goes between.
Message is a cantrip.
One of them has a chance to go between.
Sending has a 95% chance to transport.
All right, as you
cross
cast
Yeah.
scry, it's just black. There's just a blockage there. There's nothing there.
Isaac, we need to go. I can't find.
We
I
need to
can't
get
find.
to the second layer of hell. Second layer.
That's what she is.
Yeah.
Fuck. And you can
Do you
hear.
have a way?
You fear down the. You can hear footsteps.
Do you
Ow!
have a way?
No.
You look at-
I'm not a mage.
You look at
I
Ruby.
have to shoot people.
Ruby?
You see that some of the nerves are trying to get to her. She starts flipping through her spellbook. I got it. And she begins to cast plane shift.
As she's casting it, I'm holding, a pistol.
They have to link hands.
Ready.
They have to link hands.
One hand is back, other hand.
You
is
see
just-
Ruby grabs on it. Everybody needs to link hands right now.
Yep. I grab her hand and
I'm
I hold my
still-
shield outward in front of Michelle.
Okay.
I'm still watching for the next minute, all 6 eyes glowing green, just watching
Okay.
various potential futures just flitting past, trying to
that's
sort
fucking
through the good ones as fast as I can.
Ash and Isaac.
I am gripping.
Roll a perception check for me, both of you with advantage.
Looking too.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you can roll. You can roll as well.
Fine.
25.
Oh! Oh!
What'd you get?
My first roll was a nat 1, so I'm glad I have advantage on that. Perception? 12.
19.
Okay,
25.
More
Okay.
special.
Isaac. You almost catch it a minute too late, but you see almost immediately. You hear it, and then you see a figure of just red flash, and then
Bam, bam, just pulling.
right as you pull the trigger, the spell activates, and you all shift to a different plane of existence. And you actually teleport to the exact same place because you decided to go to the city of Dis, which is the safest place for mortals
Well,
of the Nine
Thank
Hells.
God.
Can we
Thank
end up where
God.
PJ is?
And you look down, and as the
I'm
dust
crouched over. I'm crouched over.
as the dust settles, you see these giant gates that are surrounded by these just huge walls. Like you can't even see the top of them as it's just fire and brimstone, and these giant gates that you can see something is marked and written in infernal. And you look over, and you see Kamir, kind of with Cassia standing behind him, just looking down, cradling the dead body
I rush over
of PJ.
immediately.
Like, come on.
And I believe you
And
had
connected to PJ is the fool.
and connected to PJ, kind of also held down, slit from basically from the side of his mouth downward is just a huge fucking scar that is just down.
How long has it been?
It's been like, I don't know. It's.
Has it been more than a minute?
I don't know.
It has been.
Maybe
It has
just
been.
do something, man.
Yeah, we'll
Just do
see.
something,
You'll have to.
man.
You're not sure. You're not sure, Cece. What are you doing?
I'm going to roll a medicine check real quick. Or I'm gonna try seeing how long she died.
advantage.
They died.
Okay. I'm gonna say because time is of the essence here, you're gonna have this one action to do something.
I know. Oh, I really if this works. I take out my amulet, my ankh, and I'm going to use one charge to cast Revivify and hope that it's within range, or else PJ is coming back as a zombie.
Okay.
Not a very sexy look.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
So, yep, it's the Amulet of Isis, and so if it doesn't meet the criteria, it casts Reincarnate, but PJ is no longer allowed to live in the land of the living.
You see, as you cast out the spell and hold on to it, you see your eyes, Cece's eyes, flash gold. And she looks out. You can see almost like an ancient Anurian chant falls her lips as this hauntingly beautiful melody escapes. As a woman's voice, unlike CC's, falls from her tongue. She extends her hands, casts them out, and looks down. Her eyes flash that bright, vibrant gold, and you're almost blinded for a moment. And you see PJ's life is pulled back into him as you have the spell Revivify cast on you.
Immediately cast Life Transference.
I'm like, oh, thank the gods, and I'm gonna PJ.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Isis.
Glad you're alive, kid. What happened to him?
The same thing that happened to PJ, pretty much.
Is he worth?
I think he got his soul stolen or something.
Ooh, never mind.
The devil?
Never mind.
Him, I think.
Is PJ technically at 0 or 1 hit points? Like, are they like fainted kind
You're
of?
at 1.
You're at 1, so you're conscious.
Yeah. Hold up, I'm casting Life Transference on you, so you're about to heal. Give me a second.
Because I'm not sure how much I can answer that question.
Ooh. You heal 50 HP, as I take 50 or 25 damage. So I give you my health. I give you my life.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so he tried to help us. He was trying to join our side, and the devil killed him for it.
That tracks.
What was wrong with the city?
Oh, how did you,
You see, like, Michelle is, like, clutching herself and is literally having an anxiety attack.
So, thank you
You're
so
safe.
much, CC. Thank you.
We got away.
I tried
you.
calling Michelle, of course.
He's just gonna lay there for a bit.
I could, like, sit back and, like...
We need a place.
Where are we?
Welcome to hell.
Thank you, Franklin.
Excuse me,
This is the Nine Hells,
there's 9 of them.
where human is.
Yeah, did I get lucky? The fact that I'm here with you guys, am I lucky?
Very startlingly
Okay.
so.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
The kid,
I'm
you
very-
were, Did you meet the devil, old man?
Yeah, and he barely missed me.
Fuck.
Yeah.
He's an ass.
The fool and PG were a little less lucky.
Tell me everything you know.
And to be clear, we're hiding from a devil in hell.
We should
Oh, he
probably
can't
go
actually be a
somewhere.
devil. That's just a mantle.
It's a good thing.
He could.
I bet I better start talking, huh?
Yeah,
No,
you better start.
no, we need to find somewhere to go and then talk. We are not safe here. We're
is there
in
any-
hell.
Is there any way we can get the full soul back? Because he has all the information we need.
I
don't know.
I have a way,
You do?
but you might not like it.
What is it?
Are you familiar with the story of Osiris?
No.
Is PJ
Yes.
is PJ familiar?
PJ, roll a religion check.
Okay.
As we've established,
Kamir would, because he rolled that natural 20 because he stayed in Anura.
Yeah.
I do not know anything. I rolled an 8.
Yeah, PJ, you don't know shit.
Yes, I know the story.
Well,
Be
random question. As Isaac's purveyor of undead stories, like he's into it. What do you have heard? Just out of curiosity. Not that matters. I'm just curious.
Roll a religion check.
Nine.
You don't know shit.
So I'm the only one that knows.
Osiris
But, yeah.
was killed and brought back by Isis, but he was brought back as incomplete, so he could no longer live in the land of the living. He had to go return to the land of the dead. If I bring someone back that doesn't have a soul, I bring them back, but they are unable to live with the living for
I
eternity.
feel like that wouldn't really be helpful.
No.
He needs this. We want information out of him. It's not going to happen if he doesn't have a soul. I appreciate it, but we may just have to lug him around for a little while.
Look, I stole the one guy's soul, the big Minotaur guy's soul, from the casino. If he has, let's find somewhere safe and maybe we can interrogate him. And talk to him.
Also, Michelle.
have-
Yeah, let's
If
yes,
you'll-
let's find a place safe, if that's possible.
Michelle,
Can someone
I don't
carry
have.
me?
Yes, I
Yes,
got
don't have
yes.
it
No, I'll
myself,
carry.
but
I'll
we
carry
had-
with you.
you. Okay.
We
Michelle,
had the ability to glean information from dead soldiers back in.
Yeah, but they
Back
probably
on
need a
Ross.
soul, Ash. They probably need a soul.
No,
These souls,
just a
there's
body.
literally no soul. Oh, okay. Well, that works.
Yes,
I
that is
don't
true.
have the ability myself, but I know it can be done.
True.
Right, well,
Michelle, if you
regardless, somebody better carry
Place?
them.
No. Place.
oh, hold on, Michelle. If you don't want to stick with me after the mess that just happened, I understand.
I don't think.
I don't think I'm going anywhere right now, Isaac.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think Michelle
Alright.
has much of a choice.
Not really, no.
Right.
And you all turn your gaze towards the gates of the city of Dis.
What does the infernal say?
And
I can-
as you do, I'm actually gonna go ahead and check. Oh no, that was 9 Eastern. I thought you said it was 8 Eastern. Excuse me, Jeremy. I was actually planning to first to go on break for this.
Good.
Never mind. You look and you can see it is written in Infernal, but it is in only a couple bits that are readable. That's Infernal Khmer. I'm gonna actually go ahead and flip out the music.
For aesthetic,
Is it the combat music?
For aesthetic, Aaron, I'm going to move my ward over PJ.
Okay.
Why?
Oh.
Yeah, you guys made it out of there by the skin of your teeth.
Well, okay, so was the timer for the devil or was it for something else?
The devil. The timer was for the devil of who it would show up for, and I
Can I
rolled.
slow him down? My locks and stuff?
Yeah.
Yay!
So it was also I was also noticing who would come. Who I rolled the check to see if he would come after PJ or Isaac first. So he became after PJ and Khmer.
That's unfortunate for them.
So, yeah.
Which means we got a dead fool instead of a dead Michelle.
So it was going to depend if that was going to depend.
I'd say we. I'd
you would have
say
either had
we
Michelle die or the
got out
fool
ahead.
die.
Well, I
I'd
am
say we
knows
got
more
out
than
ahead.
Michelle?
so much.
And Michelle,
No
he had
offense
more relationship with.
I
Yeah,
am
no
so much
offense to
more okay with the
Michelle.
fool dying.
No
I
offense to
don't
Michelle, I feel
suppose-
like we would have had more to work with though.
Yeah,
The
it's true.
fool was alive.
Well, okay, the fool
I
may
don't
have to be really
suppose. I don't suppose CC actually knows Speak with Dead.
dead. You know, you
is
would think
what I
it's a
was
good
referring
spell
to.
for me to have. No, I know exactly what that'd be a great spell to have. I also realized I didn't have Detect Magic, but I had a bunch of removal magics until I realized I had an Unearthed Arcana spell, and that's not allowed, so I swapped that out with. But like, I realized I don't have a lot of spells that I probably should have.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I guess
anyway.
I guess I'm.
So,
To be fair, it probably hadn't been invented yet until after my time.
so you look at the gates of this.
I love how epic the music is.
Yeah, you look at the. Actually, it's not really working super well for what I'm wanting, but it works for now.
Still in the
Hell,
wrong
lady,
channel.
and you don't think this is epic enough? Oh, great.
No, it's fun. It's fun.
You're still in the wrong channel.
I know,
though.
I know, I messed it up. So,
Anyway, go.
so you see written Khmer in Infernal are portions of it you recognize and portions of it you do not. The portion you recognize is the following phrase. It is scrawled out against the gates. Abandon all hope, all ye who enter. Adorn the number of the beast, or thine's freedom shall thee surrender. And you see scrawled down are a series of numbers that you do not recognize. However, you can see several different things. For anybody who would like to roll an investigation check, please do.
Shout.
I bet PJ's gonna try, but he's
I'm pretty sure at this point my
27.
storm rune has run out.
Great.
30-20.
30-20?
27.
Sure, I'll roll. 3.
TurboTax
No,
free
wait,
is free.
2.
See details at turbotax.com.
You living the life out here, Ash.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change out this music because this is not what I was looking for. At all. It sounded very different when I put it in earlier. Okay. This is much more what I was looking for. Here we
This
go.
is what should have been playing when the devil was chasing us.
Yeah, which was what I was. I hate it when music doesn't work out.
Fine.
Right. Here we go. All right.
Cool.
All right, there we go. So, as you look to these gates, you notice a couple of things, and I'll actually go ahead and show that to everybody now.
Much like that sounds.
I'm going to go ahead and share a document with everyone. I will put it in the D&D Discord.
What do we get for our investigation checks, DM?
This
Not
following, the look of this following message and information, which I will give you momentarily, after I put it out here.
I'm very scared that we're caught the pants down in hell.
Okay.
I mean, at least no one died permanently.
Fool died.
Yeah, fool died.
At least no one important died
Oh my god.
permanently.
Well, the
Aaron,
fool would
why
have
is-
been giving you guys boons and all sorts of shit.
What is this?
This is what you see written on the wall. It seems to be written in the same, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? The same, like, the darker colored numbers
Fun.
seem to be written in the same font as the infernal that is scrolled. However, you see a lighter message that is almost seems to be chiseled onto the wall itself, seemingly written in common. And that is the lighter colored messages.
I'm going to use Mold Earth to kind of pull like a little, just like a column of earth out of the ground, like a tablet. And I'm going to use Mold
we
Earth
have to
again
do
to
math.
inscribe these numbers and like everything on there onto this tablet to make like a little copy.
Okay.
We have to do math.
Now we need to find a home first.
So, that is the message that you see. You also
I'm
see...
just a little nervous about going past this gate.
Yeah, you see also written, there's like several other kind of things written. So who rolled a higher than 20 for their investigation check? CC?
Fear and
CC and PJ, okay. As you're looking around, you actually do find, two rocks that are scrawled also in common. It seems to be the scratch work of someone who was trying to get past this gate.
Detect magic. That's a good one I should try.
Detect magic. Do you cast detect magic?
Yeah, at the 3rd level.
Okay. You see that the gates...
It's only at first level.
I know, but I don't have another spell slot.
Oh, okay.
The gates radiate an intense level of abjuration magic.
I'm going to try something, and it probably won't work.
But you also, as you're kind of looking around, PJ, you find these, almost seems to be the scratch notes of someone who's trying to get past this gate, written on a large rock. Not written, but chiseled, is the following hint. Infernal is in base 60.
Oh, fuck you! Serious?
You see,
PJ can't
and
read
most-
Infernal.
and most of the, it seems that there's also a hint that it seems that the scratch work that you're looking at seems to be like math. Is constantly looking for the number 666. And yeah, and it seems that you know that it has to be carved onto the body in order to pass through the gates. These are all of the things that you get from the various rocks and scratch works and information that you
Like carved on the corpse of the person that was just there.
carved on the on the bodies of everyone hoping to enter through the gates. So
they carve on the people who already died.
No, on living people. It's basically like you have to carve the numbers 666 onto your skin to enter through the gates. That's where you get from adorn the number of the beast. Or thine's Frieden shall thee surrender. Meaning you'll turn into a lemur or a lemur.
Theory?
Yeah, and then there's also sort of, That's about it for anything that you kind of discover. So your goal is to write the number 666, not in common, but infernal, and all of the information that you have is here. You also, Cece, you discover this instead. You learn that the same symbol for 10 is also the number for 600, and the infernal number for 60 is the same symbol as 1.
Okay, Aaron.
What's the writing order?
You're not sure.
Okay, I'm going to try.
I don't know why
Dispel.
I'm trying to solve this. Like I somehow can give the answering character when I rolled a 2.
I mean, we
Well,
should
it's
all
not
work
necessarily
together.
rules now. It's a puzzle thing for you guys have to solve.
Yeah.
Aaron,
I'm not a math person. I'm gonna.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Do spell magic?
I don't have to touch it to do it. I'm standing back.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that because I have improved abjuration, I'm better at spelling things than most.
What level are you casting the spell magic at?
I'll just do it at the 3rd.
3rd? Okay. Let me go ahead.
Yep.
Well,
so
nice knowing you.
I get to add my proficiency bonus. Zach, you look a little more pixelated than usual on my screen. Oh, no, you're better now.
Yeah. Internet in Iowa is.
I was gonna say, you're about 3 pixels on my screen. A white one, and a green one. Which, honestly...
Spell magic.
Commenting.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. Go ahead and roll, make a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Because of my ability, improved abjuration as an abjuration wizard, I get to add my proficiency bonus as well.
Sweet, okay.
That's what I'm doing. Where's my character sheet? What the... You lost CC.
You know, I do have my graphic calculator on me, but I kind of want to do it without my graphic calculator.
You don't need it.
Oh, there's...
I'll just tell you that.
I know, that's why I don't want to.
You don't really need it.
It's not a math thing, it's a pictographic thing.
I got a
it's
20.
literally, can you write? Do you have good handwriting?
25.
25. It does not budge.
Well, I'm
Wait a
placing my
second. Hold on.
recording creatures.
I'm gonna draw this out for myself.
Please do.
I think I might see a thing.
So are the
Be sure
dead
I
bodies?
figured it out.
Are the dead bodies on the ground like? Did
There's
they
only
get
one
through,
dead
or
body. There's only one dead body that you found.
What number is on it?
You don't see a dead body. It's like the full. That's the full. It's like it's not. There's no number
sorry.
on this body.
Were there any failed like people around the gates? Like
You don't see any corpses. No.
So I'm
Remember-
gonna find something.
Remember, it says it does not say "Then life shall thou surrender." It says "Thine freedom."
I know. I was hoping maybe someone like died while they were at the gates of hell, and like maybe like they left a clue on the like an attempt. To
Yeah, no.
rule it out.
Unfortunately, none.
I think I figured it out.
out.
I figured it out too, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Zach's just staring at this like, World War I started in 1914 with the assassination of our two friends. And that's
Lord.
I'm trying to write it all out so I have a kind of confirmation.
It's mirrored, but like that.
Yeah, assuming that it's individual digits and not some weird combination.
So,
Yeah.
come here. Do you give that as the answer?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm like this makes the most sense here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Do we have to
Turn
carve it
Ingrid
into
I'm
our
gonna turn-
skin, or
No,
just
here
like
we go.
draw it
I'm
on
gonna
us?
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn Ingrid into the scythe, and I'm gonna carve the symbols in that order onto the fool's hand,
You do so.
and then I'm gonna throw it through like the threshold.
Oh my gosh.
No one thinks this is gonna work because he doesn't have a soul, so there's no freedom to give away.
You see, you carve it.
I just want to see what happens.
Carving it in, and you chuck it over. Go and roll an athletics check for me.
All right.
Do you give me help?
3 feet.
10.
Yeah, it's easy enough. You
Okay.
and you see he
Ugh.
rolls, and you can see his body just lays there on the
What
other
a
side.
Okay, well, now we know that's not the incorrect answer.
You wouldn't know if it's the correct one either, because he's just a
now
dead
we know.
corpse.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we got the body over there, guys.
uh,
I
One
can heal
down.
myself past decent health and maybe try it in case there's a power word kill.
I don't think
it's-
that's the thing we're worried about.
That's not
We're
what
worried
this
about
ward.
you turning into a low-level devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there's not much we can do for you if that happens.
what if I were able to turn myself through playing with
How confident-
Can I take a short rest?
Yeah, you can take a short rest. While you're doing this, just means you won't be able to help in any way.
That's fine. I need to do this.
Old man,
Yeah.
how confident are you that that's the right answer?
British.
Shut up.
Relatively. I don't want to make any sacrifices that I'm not willing to make, but this makes the most sense to me, logically.
Can you send a picture of your notes into the chat?
Yeah.
Thank you. Did it too.
It's gonna be a little weird because it's just gonna be a picture of a picture, but every day.
Sorry, I need health back badly, so...
It's very strange. I was married to a devil for a very long time, and I still bamboozled by this.
Yeah. Did you ever go here or no?
Yes, several times actually. We always teleported
Did you?
in the confines of the city, though, not to the outskirts.
Ugh, got it.
PJ's gonna heal CC for 17 health.
Thank you.
Aaron,
Yes.
would my demonic nature influence this in any way?
You're not sure. You have to test it to
Is
find
it
out.
fine? Because I'm willing to make this sacrifice if necessary. Michelle, I don't want. I understand your concern, but I'm not willing to just use you like that.
I wasn't offering.
Oh,
Ben, can you explain
what
why
was
you
the
didn't
riddle?
answer?
The riddle
Because-
written in Infernal that you can see, because Kamir would have been able to translate it for you all, is written in
Yeah,
the
it
Infernal
is.
you can read is, abandon all hope, all ye who enter. Adorn the number of the beast, or thine's freedom shall thee surrender.
yes, and based on the notes that we found, it seems that the number of the beast it refers to 666, and according to the other notes that we've seen, the sideways A means 600, the V means 60, and then the third symbol is just 6.
It's cute.
I'm gonna take off my shoulder pad, the one that isn't spiked. Take out my hand axe and carve the
Onto what part of your body?
the full thing into it.
Your hand?
Reattach it
Oh, into your pauldron. Okay.
on my
Wait.
pauldron. Yeah.
Ash?
I thought we were supposed to do it onto our skin.
Or...
That's what PJ
It
you
just says
found.
adorn.
That's what you saw was written on one of the
Can I
notes.
try tracking the ward?
You found
Like
that written in common on one of the several like rocks that were surrounded it. You found that it said it must be on skin.
Yeah. So I'm like,
But
Ash,
only
does
PJ
Ash
heard- only
get
PJ
covered
heard
on
that.
your skin?
Ash,
Oh, sorry.
Ash, you're supposed to do it on your skin.
Aaron, did it have to be... When I tried disassembling the ward, did I get any, like, further notion into, like,
Nope.
magical properties of it?
Nope.
PJ is gonna like quickly call his or have his therapist out and ready.
As
'Cause
you,
he doesn't
it
wanna
is a
see any
sending
of this
stone.
shit.
As you're casting out the sending stone, he's trying to speak into it.
He's
There's just static on the other side. And there's static on the other side. Because sending does not go across.
Ash, if
does.
you're brave
Not
enough
for
to-
sending stones.
Oh,
Ash,
shit.
if you're brave enough to do this,
Look, I can do
Go
it if
ahead.
you want. I'll do
I
it.
if
am-
you're brave enough to do this, feel free.
In that case, because I might as well trade one for another, I'm gonna take, I think it's like a minute to doff medium armor. Take off my chest plate. Unzip the leather tunic underneath. And reveal the massive scar tissue over the brand of Grim.
I see where this is going.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to Kamir, sit down on a rock, and just do it.
All right.
Guys, we have to do it ourselves. That's part of getting
Sure.
it.
I have a small knife. Like a small.
Yeah. Do it. Yeah. Do it on like your hand or something, man. It'll be easier. I'm not gonna
PJ,
further mess that up.
PJ, when you say it has to be in the skin, do you mean like engraved and carved, or like could you like put an image on it?
It says.
It has to be carved into your own flesh, essentially by your own hand. But the thing is, I would recommend head area or upper torso, because those parts of the body regenerate the faster. Don't ask me why I know this.
Hey.
No, PJ is right.
I'll be honest, I can't really feel much of anything here anymore.
Yeah, but like, I'm not concerned about you putting further screwing up your chest. I'm saying do it on your hand so that you can draw it the correct direction. So you're not doing this. That's literally what I'm saying.
We are outside the gates of hell. I'm just kind of floating, like, mending together my robes. Cause
Yeah, I imagine Kamir's strangely not that hot.
No, yeah, Kamir, actually, you're normally always like a little bit like cold, and you chalk that up to you getting older, of like things just like affecting you more, like the temperature.
I'm like, wait, oh yeah, I'm a tiefling.
And like now you're finally like,
I'm in hell.
damn, this is actually just like the perfect temperature. You also look around at everybody else. It is stifling. You are overheating very quickly. It is like
everybody's like got their shirts off and like.
I'll use prestidigitation to make like a light breeze. But yeah, can we hurry this up, please?
Just give me the knife.
Yeah, Cece starts like fanning herself with like prestidigitation.
I'm like, yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it on your chest, Ash. It's just do it on your hands.
Okay.
It's not that complex of a symbol.
Also, if we do it on our hands, carrying weapons is gonna hurt. Fighting is gonna hurt, especially because Ash uses handheld weapons.
Preferably do it
on your chest then. Just do it.
I have had, frankly, too much practice carving stuff onto here.
Make sure Make sure you're doing it not mirrored. Come on.
Ash.
Make sure it's not backwards.
Please, please draw out the symbols you are doing. And send me a picture, or feel free to just lift it up to the camera.
Yeah, I have it on scrap paper, but I'm gonna, just for fun, I'm gonna do it on a blank piece, like in the manner that Ash would, just to see if I can actually get this right.
Please do it.
I'm going to stand next to him to make sure he's not doing it mirrored.
So it's...
Oh boy.
What the fuck is all this?
Yeah.
Okay. You... You can see it
zip back up.
Trickles sort of down
Best
your
of luck.
chest a bit.
Okay, fingers crossed, everybody.
Ash, you...
I'm gonna give myself back just one hit point of lay on hands, just to like...
Yeah. So that
stop it from bleeding.
Yeah. You look at the threshold, the giant gates there. And...
in the fool on the other end.
Yeah. You look over, back at your friends. Look outward.
I'm like...
I trust you.
You people.
Step through.
And you step through. There's a moment where you look around as you've crossed the threshold. and nothing happens.
Right, now can you give us the knife?
I want to think that like the citizens of the city are just like looking at us. And
There's
just,
no,
like,
you don't actually
frowning
see,
disapprovingly.
you don't actually see the city it's proper yet.
I know, but like they're scrying. Like, what are these idiots doing?
Okay, yes. All right.
I'm gonna turn around and walk back out and put my chest plate back on.
Yeah.
Hand the knife to the next person.
Give me some credit here. And I'm gonna start like drawing it on like my arm here.
Okay. As everyone's doing it, go ahead and just show me a picture of the sigil you're drawing on your.
I already showed you, but it's mirrored because it's
I draw
mirrored
that.
because of my thing.
Okay,
I don't want to write it out. I don't have paper.
Yeah. You gotta.
Cassius, you gotta do it yourself. I'm not doing it.
It's.
Oh wait.
And one.
What? What do you have to say, nephew?
Are we gonna have to invite you across the?
Oh right, all right. every time.
I'm sorry. I swear, Cassius, these are legitimate questions that I'm asking.
Yeah,
I am going to go around and after everyone has carved into themselves, just give them again a single point of lay on hands.
Do it as little as possible to make sure it's not that visible, because
just for it to like.
But it's still there.
Instantly scab over, basically.
Pretty much. All right.
As Isaac's doing this, he's saying to himself, "This is getting so old."
Agreed.
Out.
Okay.
It's probably
Yep.
mirrored in
All good.
because of the
Yep.
camera.
Yep. All good.
Yeah.
Okay. And you all.
It's mirrored for you, but it looks normal for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So, you all draw these symbols, and one by one, all cross over, except Cassius, who has to wait.
I'm like, come on. I'm like.
Also, if any of you are
Just
missing
join us
hit
over here.
points, you regain 1 hit point.
Oh,
And
nice.
You all walk over.
For flavor.
PJ did it on the back of their ear. That part regenerates pretty quickly.
You all look, and you can see now in the distance. Go ahead and roll a perception check for anybody who would like to.
I will. 17?
17.
No, 18.
I'm shit at perception.
16.
16.
19.
21.
21. Alright, for anybody who rolled a 15 or higher, you see in the distance a cityscape. Kind of like it's almost like circular, and you can see in the center is a huge spire that just towers over the rest of the city, and surrounding it you can see an entire just cityscape made of brimstone, fire and brimstone. And you can look around and you can see as the landscape sort of is kind of a deep and dark reddish tone, and seems to kind of steam, and as you're looking around at all of the like it smells like sulfur as you're looking around in this jagged rocks, and the land itself is just so fucking hot, and every now and again you can see just pools of lava.
For the sake of this, can we say that PJ got healed like a short rest's worth of health?
Yeah, everyone got a short rest because CC asked for one. So
yeah,
all right.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, so you guys
How many hit dice does that count for?
You, I believe it's half your hit dice is for short rest.
You can
spend as many hit dice as you have available. You regain up to half on a long rest.
Yeah.
So, so you spent a little bit longer than an hour, since you kind of spent some of that time actively looking for things. So I'll say you spent a better part of like about 2 hours, moving between. However, a time is just a little bit different. And as you are looking around, every now and again, you can see these almost piles of like flesh-like slugs that move about, and they're kind of in the distance, and you only see a couple of them. And for those of you who would like, go ahead and roll, I'll say a history, religion, or arcana check for me. to recognize what these creatures are.
Okay, I'll do history.
28 for
28?
history.
I think that's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Damn, Ben.
17.
17. Okay. All three
Rolling
of you.
a what check?
Religion, history, or arcana.
Sure, I have advantage on Arcana. I'm not good at it, but I have advantage, so...
All of them are plus 6 for
17.
me, so.
17. Okay.
19.
19, okay. Everybody who rolled a 19 or higher, you recognize these to be Lemur. They are low level devils. They are like the lowest tier that you can be of the very strict caste system of the Nine Hells. Devils are souls of individuals who were hellish people in life. Pun intended. They committed awful atrocities and were overall just not great people. And or they were warlocks who sold their soul to a fiendish patron. Kamir, with a shudder, you think if you had really truly sold your soul to Ganas,
I forgot about the little shit.
that when or if you had died after being immortal, had died through other means, this is where you would have ended up, and this is what you would have ended up as.
I see those things, and I say it kind of out to nobody. I'm like, Ganas talked about turning into one of those things all the time. That's what happens when you have only one follower.
So, does anyone know of a good inn or somewhere where we could just rest?
I don't think you've
a one-stop shop. You know, I totally just tour guide the hell, Isaac. It's what I am.
Yeah, I don't think you've noticed yet, but none of us have really been here, Isaac, ever.
Cassius just say he's been here?
I've been here like twice. What do you want me to say? And I've always stayed
More
with.
places than we have. Oh, also, how is your skin doing right now?
Fuck
It's gonna
off.
be great for our irritation.
Anyway, at least there's no
least he's allowed
sunlight.
at least there's no sunlight, because then we'd have to be hearing and bitching and moaning for even
The only
more.
place that I've actually been here in the city of Dis is the Garden of Delights, and I was always accompanied by Nimraya. So, but frankly, all of her children wanted to eat me alive. So
Can PJ flex his Urchin City Secrets background?
PJ,
Based on things he's heard from like tieflings or devils or just people walking around.
you would not know about the whereabouts of the city of Dis. I apologize.
Okay.
That is a very cool thing, but I'm gonna say no.
Here's a question. Do you think we should disguise ourselves?
Yes.
Everybody? What do you think?
Yes.
Immediately, yes.
Let me make you acutely aware. I know that Mirio is dead. It's a good thing that he is in this situation.
PJ glares.
Because the souls of holy individuals go for a very steep price. They are highly coveted here. Because corruption sells in the Nine Hells. What do you all know of this place and of its inhabitants?
At the word corruption, PJ just looks at Ashiara and just kind of like,
I know a little bit. I know a little bit from what good old Ganasius told me.
Ganasius?
Yeah, that's what his real name is.
PJ just kind of.
That's what Cassius would.
That is what I would know him as. Yes. Anyone else? Anything at all? Useless.
I think they have a feather somewhere.
Listen, the Nine Hells aren't exactly my forte, either.
Regardless, this is what you should know if we're going to be able to survive here. The Nine Hells deals in the corruption and selling of souls. Don't make a contract with anyone here. Don't make a deal. Don't don't talk to anyone if you can avoid it. 2. Mortals. Mortals are highly coveted here. They are the souls that are exchanged in order for devils to gain prowess and power amongst these scapes. The city of Dis in particular is dangerous as it is run by the archdevil Disbeta. Disbeta sees all and is intensely paranoid. Thankfully for us, he's not as powerful as he once was, as he attempted to usurp Lord Asmodeus a millennia ago. However, that doesn't make him any less dangerous to us in particular.
So what about tieflings?
Tieflings are, of the mortals that are here in the city of Dis, are the more
normal
common
people
of those who venture on the material plane. Frankly, if we're going to be walking around here, we're going to draw attention if we appear to be mortals, but tieflings will draw the least suspicion. Second, be aware of imps. Imps in golden armor particularly. They are the ones who are the watch of Disbeta, the all-seeing eye. And you will also notice that as we are walking in the city, you will always be able to notice the tower of Disbeta. It will always be within your peripheral vision, because Disbeta is always watching.
So, how are we going to do this? I give a look at everybody, like not necessarily to Cassius, just like how are we gonna? What's our cover this time?
We will be able to walk around if we are in disguise. However, just so you know, the mortals that come to the city of Dis are not good people. They are very evil, in fact. Many of them here deal with the, sorry, I'm actually pulling out, of Plutar, which is the Bank of Souls. They sell those of celestial lineage. Ashielra, you will go for a very high price here, as you have divine.
As much, Cassius, I will tell you this. We will only do that if we have to, because the last time we pretended Ash was property. It did not go as planned.
Fair. But I'm just letting you know, Ash, you particularly are in a great deal of danger here. Anyone that is marked by divine blood, you see he looks at PJ as well. Your aunt just told me a few things.
Which is why I'm asking how we want to do this.
Just saying, we're in danger here. We have to be careful.
Because I don't feel like shape changing this time.
I can, at least for rest, I can provide safe housing. Well, if we find housing, I can proof it against senses, scrying, etc.
It sounds like what the old vampire is saying, though, is that we're gonna need to be in disguise of some sort. That I can manage. We're gonna need to.
I say like I know exactly what she's talking about, like on accident. I'm not worried about you, Michelle.
I'm just saying, I know a thing or two about being undercover.
Yeah.
Do you have a question?
Yeah.
Yes, what's up?
Due to the nature of Isaac's deal, is he alive?
Yes.
Technically? Or, okay,
yeah,
cool.
he's alive.
I was just curious about that.
Yeah.
If need be.
Because I know he looks very undead, but...
Yeah.
If need be, I have the ability to cast polymorph on people if we need to.
I think that is probably for the best, for one of them at least. If we can polymorph, if you can polymorph any of them into a devil, specifically a devil of higher ranking, we'll be much safer here. They'll think that we're enslaved by it.
Well, how many of us know Infernal?
I do.
I do.
Well, it'll be hard to pass someone as a fireborn devil if they don't know Infernal.
Well, if you guys need me, I cast Prestidigitation. While they're talking, I just cast Prestidigitation to change my robes to red and desert colored, and change the shape of my ankh to the symbol of Set.
Ooh, nice.
I need to check something.
I'm not sure. I think I already know they look pretty shifty myself. You know, with I point to the eye patch, the thing.
I thought you were talking about the order.
Sure.
The eye patch.
Regardless, you still look like a mortal, an elf.
Yeah.
Well, if you attach those ears that you got, you can make the ears extra long, and then you would be very I
could change my appearance to that, but I can't change my size.
What if I were to transform myself to look like PJs? No, PJs. That's my Kamir's ransom. But I could remove my eyes. Or I could remove my mouth. And that would do away with the whole making deals thing. And I can still speak in sign language.
I don't know how many devils know sign language here. That's going to be a dead giveaway that you're from the material plane.
Okay.
Yeah, So I'm thinking...
Oh, what's that one spell that, it makes your tongue taste like
Tongues?
honey and you... Yeah. It makes you be able to talk like
Wait.
anything.
Do you have to... which one of you... You have tongues, right, CC?
No, I don't. You think
Wait,
I would? If I
Did Ruby have
give-
tongue?
No, that's Jeremy saying no. I don't think she didn't.
Well, she
Miriam.
didn't... she might not... I don't know if... I don't know if Sophia's here, but she's going to be here
I'm
at
pretty
9.
sure.
Miriam.
I'm pretty
Who the
sure
hell had-
maybe
Who the
had-
hell had... how did we speak to you then?
Miriam.
Miriam.
Oh, me? No, not Miriam. Telepathy.
No, 'cause
That actually might work.
One of us
Many
did have tongues.
Miriam cast it on you. That actually might work. Many
You only do
devils...
it once on one person.
Many devils actually, especially those of high ranking, don't trouble themselves with using their tongue. They use telepathy to speak.
It's my most powerful spell. I only can use it once.
I
it's only for
slowly
one
take
person.
the helm of mind shielding off.
Okay, so what you're saying is, I think... Okay, who here can use polymorph? I raise my hand.
Let me check my spells. What do I
I
prepare?
think my spells do.
I know Ruby does. I know that much.
Or a disguised self.
I have disguised.
Because I can change my appearance. Cassius can change his appearance. And I can probably transform at least one of you.
I'll be fine. I'll pass myself off as a follower of the god of evil.
That will probably get you places. If you can... There are many here who are...
Okay, so
Followers of
Cece's
that.
covered, I'm covered, and Cassius is covered. It just leaves PJ, Isaac, and I guess
Isaac,
Michelle's covered too.
Isaac,
I
you're
can't change my
a hood.
appearance.
Why don't you put a hood on? Don't you have a mask or something like that?
Yes, I do, but I'm not sure that's enough.
Yeah.
Isaac pulls out the mask and sort of like the head wrap that goes with it.
Isn't there, I saw a book one time that had, like, some pictures of devils in there? Are there any devils that I could maybe turn into to kind of look like?
So
The best you could go with is a tiefling, but like...
you guys have seen a succubus before. Or sorry,
Yeah.
an incubus.
Oh,
You
fuck.
could make yourself look like me, or similar.
I've seen what Miriam looks like. I could go like that.
You've seen spine devils, pit fiends.
I've never
We've
seen
seen a lot.
I've never seen those, but I have seen Mirio. Do you think that would be fine?
As long as you don't
Serial
look too
engage
much like
behavior.
him.
You know, like
What are the...
Mirio's the only one with a reputation in the Nine Hills here.
Yeah,
what if I
that's a
like
good thing.
shift it up a little bit? Like I can
Yeah, like as long as you don't look too much like
Oh, I know exactly. I'm gonna go as that one motherfucker from the Joyful Death, the Cambion. Do you know who I'm talking
I
about,
don't know
Isaac?
who
Oh
that
shit,
is. Oh, yes,
never mind.
yeah.
You were. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
She looks like a drow at the time, I believe.
All right. Well, I've seen what she actually looks like, so I'll just do that. And you see Michelle transforms her skin, transforms to a
just casually.
yeah, a crimson, like it just like suddenly. She has 2 horns that move out from her forehead, bright golden
right.
eyes,
Changeling.
deep red skin, and a tail that forms at the back. And then these long blackened talons that look like long fingernails that look like claws. Does this work?
So, what do we do when someone who can see through illusions and shape changers comes along? Because I have a feeling that's not uncommon.
1.
If he can do it and I point towards Kamir, I'm sure he'll be.
1. The only ones that we actually have to worry about that are anyone who is of a higher ranking, and those devils that they exist and are here, we'll be able to see them coming from a mile away, and it would make sense for us to duck and cover, as many devils are afraid of them. Those of which can see past illusions are as follows: Eurenides, Pit Fiends, and I believe that is all. An archdevil, but I doubt we're going to come across any disbaters.
No, with the day we've had, you'd be surprised.
Actually, wait. Greater devils. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been here.
Okay, so
Horn
all right,
devils
so-
and ice devils should also be able to see us.
All right,
from
so
what I
Isaac,
remember.
what are we doing with Isaac?
I take out a bag of I take out a bag of sand, and I empty my bag of sand out, and I put the bag over Isaac's head and like cinch it so it's like around his head and around his ears, like a hat.
And then I'm gonna put my hat and my mask over it. Drawn on the mask, there's something new. It looks like a Isaac's eye patch is covered. The eye hole is gone, but drawn on it is a yellow cat's eye.
Is the mask giving anything away? Like,
no, actually, it looks pretty creepy, and it actually manages to hide your appearance pretty well.
Okay, that
I know
works.
we didn't. I just thought of this, and for flavor, as Isaac speaks, it sounds distorted.
Yeah, I like it.
Yells on a chalkboard.
All right, cool.
So
I like the new addition.
Okay.
PJ.
At least that's what.
Also, the symbol might help.
so how many people can polymorph?
I can.
I can't.
Great, we have 2 people. So I have an idea
I
for
can disguise self, but that's about it.
might work.
I mean, it's better
That
than
works.
nothing.
Yes. You can at least look like a tiefling.
Shall we then?
He's gonna cast
No, hold on.
disguise
What about
self to look
Ash?
He's gonna
Yeah.
disguise himself to look like Kamira's grandson.
Alright.
Polymorph? Ash?
I think we should polymorph Ash. Yeah.
I think that's our only option, yes.
Okay, Ash. What gremlin kind of gremlin do you want to be?
Turn him into a lemur.
No, I'm
That
not
would be
doing
funny.
that, CC.
It'd be
It would
funny.
not be funny.
It'd be hilarious.
Have I had any actual experience with fiends before, or
Here, you have seen a crap
just
ton.
Grimkin?
I have seen a crap ton.
You,
Ash? Who's
Ash,
architect.
have not, but
Just Grimkin.
yeah.
You know
I'm
of
gonna
anything that's
just-
high enough that it won't, like, people will leave us alone, but not high enough to where it'll draw them.
Do I?
Come here, you know all sorts of devils. You have your
You
pick.
served one, Mirio's arc.
Yeah, you know. I will say you know all of them, like because you've
but-
encountered
So
them.
what would be a good one for maintaining a
Okay.
like he looks intimidating but enough to main him.
Go ahead and roll a history check for me.
Can I assist?
Okay.
So how many of us
I mean, yeah,
are
you can.
Yeah, I'll assist.
devils, and how many are just like disguised people?
Only it seems Michelle is disguised as a Cambion, which is a kind of creature.
I can make
Um,
myself look like something if need be.
You could also
But-
look like a Cambion
but-
if you wanted to.
But PJ's disguised to look related to me. So
Yeah.
I'll just keep
Isaac's
it
not
like that.
disguised. He just looks creepy as fuck.
Yeah,
Same
and you're
with
covered
CC.
up. You're covered up enough.
Yes.
I'm not disguised, I just
Aaron.
look like we're
All right. In that case, I feel like I should not be another devil
Yeah. Well,
because I
Just so you
am
know, like
not
just so you know
confident
from what
in my ability to
From-
act alongside Michelle.
from what Cassius said, it's if you are accompanied by a devil, it'll be a little bit easier for you to pass. But it just
You get
depends on
past
what
them.
devil you'll be turned into. This will depend.
yeah.
Kamir knowing like what to do for what devil to turn. Like there are stupid devils that you could turn into who don't have the ability to speak or don't
Yeah,
speak with any
22,
kinds of eloquence. 22. Okay. You kind of begin racking your brain, something that's not going to drag too much attention, so you're not thinking, okay, I can't probably don't want to be a greater devil, don't want to be a Serenity or a pit fiend or anything like that, but probably don't want to be too low because we don't want anyone to come up to us and try to tell us what to do. So you begin to think of like mid-range devils, and you think of ones that are a little bit lower on the intelligence side, and enough that don't speak too much. And you're racking your brain, thinking, and you think that either a chain devil or a bearded devil may be your best bet. A chain devil is a little bit closer towards the middle, while a bearded devil's a little bit lower and they're more common. But a chain devil, they tend to have chains that wrap all around them, and they tend to be guards, and you're not prone to speak much, if at all.
Okay. Let's. Let's do Chain Devil then. Just it's a safer bet.
I'm going to cast
All right.
enhance. I'm casting
Let's do this.
enhance ability on myself too while they're doing that. To cats.
All right.
Are you ready,
Charisma
Ash?
1.
Charisma 1, the eagle.
Yep, sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I know that because enhance ability was what I used to come up with the puzzle for Trinalis' arc.
Yay.
So you cast out the spell, and Ash, you see your armor actually begins to shift and turn, and Cece, you're sort of taken aback of it because he looks like a mummy that has been, instead of like wrappings, it is chains that just ever move all around him. And Ash's figure actually kind of stays relatively the same, just a little bit more imposing, as you can see 2 red eyes peek from underneath. Ash, you look fucking terrifying.
Where are we going? What are we doing?
Aaron, this is unrelated, but I just sent you more details on the mask that I just thought of, just because it's creepy and it's fun.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. Please do.
I just kind of look around at the rest of the party, just.
Right, it's a man that can't speak. My dreams have been answered. Now, where to?
You look great. You look great, Ash.
Yeah, really fucking convincing. Holy fuck.
Okay. Now, Cassius, what are we gonna do with you?
You see Cassius sort of like deliberates for a while. I think I will go as... I think I'll take a trip down memory lane. You can see he casts down and almost like puts his hand down over his face, and as he does, you see his visage shift to that of an incubus.
Cool. So, who are we talking to? What are we doing? Why are we here?
We're looking for humans.
Just trying to
Fuck, I
find a
can't hear
place
that
to-
voice. Y'all can't hear that.
Okay, so, Cece, one of the things that we are trying to do here is, so there's so in Panmark, there's a person who is a demon, and we can only
Devil.
Yeah.
we can only kill her here. Like we can only kill her.
Where is she? Is she high up? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
We're going to have to enter into the city proper if we're looking for someone in particular.
We're gonna have to go someplace to chill out. First things first, get into the city, then we can worry about looking for you.
Leave that to me. Let's go.
All right.
Her name's Humid. She's a...
Rakshasa.
yes.
She has backwards
I believe-
hands.
I believe you've encountered her before.
Yeah, I have. Fucking bitch.
Also, that...
We're in hell.
Individuals have.
Yeah, doesn't mean we have to stoop to their level.
All right, let's move. Let's move,
He
guys.
just kind of smiles at
Lead
Cece.
Oh, what are you
Lead the
going to
way.
do about it? Wash your mouth out with soap.
Lead the way,
Thank
Michelle and Cassius. Hope you have good fake names. Better
I
fake
am.
names than
I'm gonna take the Vanguard as well, Aaron.
Okay. So, Cece, you see her like entire like... Cece, are you taking charge?
Yes, and also for the aesthetic, I'm gonna cast Dust Devil and kind of ride like a desert storm
Ooh.
for the aesthetic. Trying to sell my
Okay,
like,
go ahead and roll a
god-
deception check for me.
Cool. I'm really trying to buy the god of the desert and evil.
Yeah, I love it.
Yay! 15.
15. You feel fucking powerful.
I am
Receive
power. I
adoring
feel I
this.
am.
And you can see almost like what seems to be almost like hellhounds on either side, but Egyptian like kind of move the sand running next to either of you.
Oh, this is gonna. Camille's just like, this is gonna be so much easier.
Oh, Aaron, by the way,
I'm gonna keep the Ingrid scythe out.
All right.
Like,
Aaron,
just
just
in
to
case.
let you know, my background is noble, so my position of privilege is my feature. So people are inclined to think the best of me, and I'm always welcome in high society, and they assume I have the right to be wherever I am.
Okay.
If I
I'm
look
and I'm also gonna put my
Okay.
do the whole Grim Reaper thing.
Yeah. You all continue to. And I saw Isaac, you had your hand up. What's up?
Just a question. What's the reaction to having the symbol of Vecna just on my face?
I don't believe anybody else recognizes it because you're not actually in the city proper yet.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm just curious.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait till you get to the actual city itself. So it's about a mile walk. But slowly but surely you all eventually make it to the outskirts of the city, and you can see what seems to be 2 bearded devils who are sort of looking about at each, and you can see an imp in golden armor is looking down, just smiling about at everybody who is entering into the city, as it seems to be there's almost this archway as people are stepping in. You see that there is a line to enter into the city of Dis, and there are several individual people that you seem to just like fucking freak you out. There seems to be
in the queue.
Yeah, you see what seems to be a caravan that is kind of like covered almost like a wagon, and you can hear kind of rattling and chittering from the inside as you can see what seems to be a very kind of like large man with a kind of bull's ring around him, and half of his face is just fucking burned off, and the other half it seems to be this very like fiendish looking devil with a huge horn that wraps around, and he sort of whips the inside, and you hear whatever is inside kind of quells a little bit.
Kamir, for the record, is by the way not glad that he doesn't have to bullshit his way through things right now. He's not good at it.
He's probably so tired of having to do that so often.
Seriously, he's glad somebody else is taking the help for a change.
You see in front of them seems to be an incubus and a succubus who are sort of like kind of like arm in arm, like next to each other, and just kind of waiting, tapping their fingers, looking at their fingernails, and just like waiting in line. And you can see in front of that what seems to be a cage. Within the cage, you see what seems to be two children. One seems to be, they both seem to be angelic looking in nature. And you can see, you recognize them as similar to Ash's wings, actually. But instead of the kind of bright, fiery flare, they seem to almost to be feathers made of light that fall down, and they seem to be twins. They have kind of like very like light, blonde, almost white hair that's soft and kind of falls in bangs at their front, and bright, vibrant, kind of like just beautiful eyes. And the two of them just hold each other's hands as they're just like looking terrified, almost like two little birds that are caught in this bird cage. And you see what seems to be a tiefling and a seemingly a bearded devil are sort of have their like arms connected and are carrying this cage on a cart. And slowly but surely the line just keeps moving, and you can see it's very, very long, and slowly but surely you can see each and every individual is being let into the city very, very slowly. This is like the worst version of the DMV ever.
Oh, does my background feature get me any like quicker of a line or?
Nope.
I imagine
waiting.
Isaac takes out his pocket watch and is just going in circles.
Yeah, it's just.
How long is that spell?
This is fucking boring. I thought hell would be more exciting.
Well, if it's exciting, then it's probably bad for us.
It's not just evil; it's bureaucratic evil.
Yeah. Now I know why you teleported.
What's the difference?
Place most times.
Fair enough.
Just gonna pick stuff out of my nails. Aaron, at the front, like the line,
Mm-hmm.
can I kind of like see what they're doing?
You sort of look out, roll a perception check for me.
Damn it. I got a 17.
17. Sort of look out, and you can see that they're literally just checking paperwork. They're looking at. You can see a couple people are actually been pulled aside. Most of them seem to be anybody that is. Like anybody that seems to be from the material plane. They're stopping, almost like someone who would be stopped at an airport. And are like looking them up and down, looking at all the items that they have, or like examining them, and then a lot of them are being placed back into line. But it's like deliberately anybody who's from the material plane is specifically being examined.
Okay, I just brought it. Anybody having any incriminating evidence on them? Items? Anything?
Gun.
Anything of godly origin? Always-
I have 2 iron stones, and I hold them up.
It's fine. Those are items. Those are more like artifacts. I'm sure they're around here too.
I also have this. I point to Ingrid's weapon.
Yikes. PJ, I kind of ignore that fact.
I have left sand and dirt from Zekra, as well as I'm not sure if Displacer Beast stuff would count at all.
No, those special beasts are like
Holy sigils, signs, anything that radiates.
I'm gonna turn the scythe back into Ingrid and put her under my cloak, just in case.
She's sort of like, as you can see,
paladin count.
And Ash, anything? I don't answer. I look very nervous.
there's just jarbled sounds of chains clinking.
I need to know now.
In my inventory, PJ has a six-pack of
Ash is gonna be. I think Ash
he's
is
just gonna take one out and start drinking.
Okay, so I'm assuming since no one provided anything that was like super horrible.
Ash like looks down towards his chest and then realizes that the scar is not
Yeah, you're just
anymore because he's been like entirely polymorphed.
Yep.
No.
Okay, well, I'm assuming you guys are all fine. Assuming. Papers. Do we have any? Papers. Do we have any?
We need papers.
I have paper.
It looks like you need
Cassius.
papers up there.
I
Whichever papers you
got
need.
the passport to hell.
You know
That's
the
what we
sad
need.
thing?
Hey Isaac, how about we do what rogues do best?
Yeah,
Sure.
you could always forge something, unless Cassius.
Or
has
steal someone
something to
else's
say
stuff.
here.
That was my exact plan. I liked how this kid thinks.
All
In a
right,
place.
so
In a place that they can
Do we
see anything
want
you
to
do
do-
that's
do we-
horrible. Yeah.
Well, we're
So,
technically not in the
sorry.
confines of the city yet.
Yeah.
do we want to start a fight? Actually bump into someone? How do we want to do that?
Let's just
Let's-
like step out of line really quick. Maybe we have to just grab the person behind us. I don't
I was going to say I could create some for us, but that works too.
All right. Well, we need a
who's
lot
right-
more.
who's
No,
right in front
hold
of us?
on.
Who's right in front of us?
Maybe Isaac. Maybe we think the person's behind us because then the whole line gets fucking stopped up.
Wait, hold on. We're not gonna skip over that. Easy. What do you mean we can just create one?
Does no one have prestidigitation? It can create a non-magical trinket, something that can fit your hand. Papers.
They might see through that.
Yes, we
Yeah.
must see through identification papers that clearly aren't identified.
I mean, it might work. Why not try it?
Sure.
That might.
Just in case, though, I think we should have a hard copy.
Yeah. All right.
It is real. It's not illusory.
Oh, okay. Very well then.
Yeah.
It's real. It lasts for an hour.
What are you
Okay,
going to
yeah,
make-
I'm gonna-
what's
I
the
also have
reference,
prestidigitation.
though?
All right. How many of you have prestidigitation?
Raise
Nope.
your hand.
You can
Okay.
create up to 3 things at once.
I think I might actually.
Okay,
Ruby
so you
has
can
one
make
about
enough for 6.
Ruby has some.
So you have
Chain.
8. Yeah. So
You know, both Ruby and I
Chain
have
devils.
prestidigitation.
Okay.
Have
Oh, we're fine.
inherent casting.
We're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys decided to instead go ahead and make, I'll say sleight of hand checks to go ahead and create these papers.
I have 15. I have plus 15.
Can
So I'm
I
good.
help
Nope.
them?
Yeah, I'll give you
okay,
advantage.
so-
I'll give you advantage through Isaac's help. Yeah.
Aaron, I gotta.
Oh, yeah, I know, I'm about to take a break soon. So,
28.
thanks for letting me know.
Yep.
So you all create these fake papers and slowly but surely go through the line. And as you encroach forward, that's where we're going to go ahead and take 15 or 10 minutes.
15.
15-minute break.
Alright.
Alright. Okay. So,
Go! Woo!
7 deadly sins. We're going to go ahead and
Yeah, I kind of want to see the
fall.
uncut version.
We're going to go ahead and fall back
Oh my god.
We're gonna go ahead and fall back into session. So as you are waiting in line, slowly but surely, the line moving forward bit by bit as minute turns into hour and hour turns into you're not sure how long you've been waiting here for, but god damn it, you have never been so bored in your life.
Does this
How
long
long
count,
do our
count as a long
shape-shifting
rest?
spells last for?
An hour, but I imagine Aaron rules it where it's like
So,
whatever.
just so you know, time in the Night Hells is very different. If anybody would like to, can go ahead and feel free to roll I'll say we'll go ahead and roll religion, or I'll say religion check or history check for me.
I got a
10.
30-20.
10. Okay. 30-20.
That was spicy.
Stinky 20, yeah.
Okay. Cece. You know that within the lower planes, specifically within the Nine Hells, that time moves much, much slower. So,
Cool.
A minute ticking by feels basically like an hour. So you have much more time with your spells than you would think.
So, long rest?
No, not a long rest.
Yeah,
So it feels like more time, but it is not more time.
Yeah,
If that makes
got
sense.
Yes.
Sort of like when you're waiting
Our
for
perspective on time is slower than that.
exactly. So
Or it's just the material plane, less time than in the lower.
no, it's not like how it is in the Feywild, where it's like that. It just feels like it's much longer. Sort of like when you're watching a clock in class and you don't like the class, and so you're checking the clock periodically. Gotcha. Yeah, that's how it feels. So, slowly but surely, as the line inches forward, you eventually make it to the front of the line where you have your forged documents.
Not forged. They were not
forged. They're very
Hey.
accurate.
Your temporary,
Yeah.
accurate documents.
There we go. That's the word.
Who is presenting them forward?
I will.
They were created illegally. That counts as
I
Well,
would
forgery.
like
it
them
would
to
be-
be with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine it would be Cece and Cassius, and I guess Michelle.
Yeah, so
I just get to. I take all the papers and I get to the front, and I just kind of stand up straight and I just hold my papers out.
you see Cassius also gives them out, rolling his eyes as he does so, looking down on both of the bearded devils. You see that the bearded devils look over all of you. Everyone go ahead and roll a deception check for me.
I have
Natural 20,
advantage on
baby.
this.
Natural 20, nice.
30, 20.
30-20?
Dirty 20.
23.
I'm debating using a +6. Yep, last one. 20. 30-20.
30-20?
Warning, guys, that is my last +6 until our next long rest.
Okay, you see the bearded devils look over all of you. Diarico. And allows you all entrance into the city itself. And as you get a better look, you can see that it is very similar to Panmark, just because of the kind of close, but the buildings are much, much closer together, and the alleyway is much kind of more claustrophobic, as you can imagine yourself standing between them. You see also constantly, as you are kind of walking about, imps that are flying and flittering here and about, moving from rooftop to rooftop on each of them. Their gold and glittering armor and eyes staring down at you as their tiny little wings beat and massive toothy grins stare down at you. You see that there are several kind of kinds of fiends that exist here, walking and sort of moving all about, sulking and moving through the city. You can see that the city is covered in litter and garbage and trash, bones and strange large rat-like creatures like move all throughout the city. You also notice there seems to be a kind of marketplace. Is kind of this unregulated capitalism is sort of pertinent.
See, that's the real nightmare. It's in hell.
Yeah, is constantly around here as people.
Oh God.
As everything seems to be sold in ways, and people seem to be selling various different things and various different people. Yes. You also notice that a lot of the wares that are being sold are not the most ethical of things. You're not sure how someone got a hold of a vial of children's eyeballs or fingernails belonging to priests, and kind of similar stuff like that as you're walking about. But you also see people that are being sold about, individuals you see that there are several kind of chain devils that their chains wrap around and move out, and you can see that they seem to be moving southward within the city itself, moving to a specific location, and wrapped around them seem to be many members of the material plane. And you do catch several glimpses of those of celestial lineage, Astamar, as well as just some other like celestial beings.
They got any of that moon dust?
Yeah.
They got the moon dust.
You see Cassius is sort of helming the charge, looking around. Go ahead and everyone roll another deception check as you're moving throughout the city. Oh, and I should mention this. This is the most pressing of things. Everybody is constantly aware of the huge spire that sits in the middle of the city. Even as you look away, strangely enough, the spire always sits within the peripheral of your vision. You're either looking at it or it's still somehow, very unnaturally, always sits somewhere watching, and you can feel its ever-present gaze upon you. So, what did you guys all get for that deception check?
23.
19.
23? 19?
24.
24?
16.
16? Is that everybody?
10.
10. Okay. Yeah, you guys get a pretty high average for your deception check, and you begin kind of moving and kind of looking throughout the city. What are you doing?
Looking for an inn. Looking for somewhere.
Yeah, just looking for a place to stay. Really.
All right. You've been looking about. Who would like to lead that helm of that search? Okay, Cece. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
I mean, I would like help.
Cassius.
See, Cassius looks and says, I've only ever been to one place here, and I'm not sure that's the safest place for us to go.
21.
Yeah, we don't need help.
21. Okay. It takes you guys the better part of about a half an hour. But you actually make your way through the marketplace and eventually, finally, find kind of a type of inn. It seems that as you enter into it, it is a dingy bar of some kind. You can see a bartender kind of at the other side. He seems to have shaved head, big, like, large toothy grin that he's constantly just He's always laughing as he's just cleaning these glasses. As he almost seems, for anybody who's seen FMA Brotherhood, you know that one, not homunculus, chimera, almost like the one with all the spores on it, with all that, like, sort of. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think of which chimera you're talking about.
Which one? Is it like sentient?
Yes.
Is it like a dude?
Yeah, chimera.
The one that looks like that one that's got like spikes on his back?
Yeah, actually, I'll go ahead and pull them up for you.
Because I think I know what you're talking about.
Here he is. Jerso. If it will load, that guy.
Yeah, the frog dude.
Yeah,
Jerso,
yeah. That's who this demon appears to look like. Is he's just like laughing and cleaning.
I thought you were talking about Jerso's buddy, the porcupine.
No, yeah. So sorry, I get them confused. And it's just like laughing. And it's
all right. And lead the way, sir.
You enter into the bar itself, and it's dingy and kind of really disgusting. And this bartender's just making the glasses even dirtier as he's cleaning them. You see what seems to be a succubus is sitting towards the end of the bar and is just dipping her finger in what seems to be a wine glass that you're sure probably does not have wine in it, whatever that red substance is. You see what also seems to be a tiefling, very, very old, with several kind of teeth missing, and it seems to be almost like a blackened veins encroaching across most of her face. And across from her is a devil of some kind, you're not really sure. Kind of large horns, kind of hunched back, and seems to be... both seem to be playing cards. and there seemed to be a mound of gold and several kind of smaller, like almost like bird-like looking bones, and they seem to be speaking in hushed tones to one another. There is also a staircase along the side on the left that maybe possibly leads up to some rooms, but you might have to talk to the barkeep first.
Sage, come here. Hey, come here. Can you act as a translator?
Yeah, that works. My best.
I walk up. And I say, I'd like a room. Me and
I repeat that, and my mistress desires a room.
And what purpose do you have here?
I translate.
What'd you say? That's Jeremy to Aaron.
Oh, and
What purpose do you have
do you have here?
We leave again.
The agenda of Set, Lord of Evil in the Desert, is of no concern to others.
I see. One of those old types. I presume your soul is already coveted.
It's a dirty word. I gave it freely.
What do you have to offer me?
What?
What do you have to offer me?
That's a great question. I kind of say to can you do I say to do we have anything to offer?
I don't. Do you have any expensive thing?
I have gold.
Here?
I have gold.
That should probably
I have
work.
horns.
Ask, do you accept material currency?
Yes.
How much for a room?
Do you want to be watched while you sleep, or would you prefer privacy? It's going to be more expensive.
We can probably afford something private, yeah.
Very well.
Preferably.
20 gold pieces a person.
Person.
Not too bad. It's not terrible.
Do servants count as people?
Do they want to be watched?
Sorry.
Would they like to be watched? You can have a cheaper room.
What do they mean by watch?
5 copper pieces.
I would imagine the giant eye in the center of the...
No, the Lord Despair always watches. I can't hide from him. No one can hide from him.
And who would be watching?
Me.
I think we can be watched.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
5 copper pieces for the watched.
How much money is that, Aaron? I will give it.
So it's 5 copper. So he's saying 5 copper pieces for a room that he has full availability to look in on you, and 20 gold for a room in which he cannot look in on you.
We'll take the one with the gold, or no, the copper to look in.
So you give him 5 copper per person, so that's there's 8 people.
You do
in
the math.
group. So
Wait. And I whisper in her ear, what about one room with one room that he can't watch in?
Trust me. I
Very well.
Very well.
So 5 copper, so that's what?
Yeah,
PJ is gonna lean in to Isaac and whisper, I mean, I do always have room for it.
25, so that is there's 10 copper per silver piece, so that's 2 silver pieces and 5 copper pieces.
Okay, I do that. That's what.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure is mine. Now, the room?
Homeboy needs a blanket.
And he goes over and he sort of and steps out, and you can see a horned hooves, obviously horned. Goat feet are beneath the kind of waist, and he's like flicking off the belt and just watching you as he does, and just picking out the keys, and hobbles up.
I'm saying I just go under my breath.
He moves, kind of moving up to the upper room, and you can hear the floor. The steps, each step, very, very loud, and the hallway also very loud. And there seems to only be 2 rooms. One door has a key, like an eye hole in it, and the other does not. And he enters into the door with the eye hole and. I'll be seeing you later.
Cool.
I don't say anything, and I walk in.
And he sort of steps away and kind of looks back at all of you. And
then I shut the door.
Moves back down to where the bar is.
Okay,
can I also just say,
It's so uncomfortable.
It's so uncomfortable for me to do it.
Aaron, immediately, literally upon entering this room, I am going to throw down Guards and Wards, Sanctify, Ward of the Heart. He is not looking in. He cannot look in.
Okay.
Just for extra measure, I'm going to take out my palm pistol from my boot and rig it to up against the eye hole.
Okay.
No need. So Aaron, all the doors and windows in this room are now under arcane lock.
Okay.
I'm gonna like put the gun. I'm gonna like motion.
Yeah. Are there ever some characters that you guys play that you're like?
Can we not?
You're just gonna set up a snare by the door.
I'm like Isaac. Can we please not make a scene everywhere we go?
Fair enough.
Isaac, I can take it. And then I also just telling you what's in the ward, just so if anybody tries anything, this is what happens. Arcane lock on windows and doors. There's a minor illusion on the other side of the eye hole that shows us just sleeping constantly. There is dancing. Suggestion. So if anybody who isn't that I don't designate tries opening the door, it says you have a customer downstairs. You should go and help them. And only magic, dispel magic can work on this. Not done yet. Here's the other ward effects. We all get 1d4 on all ability checks and saving throws in here, and anyone evil loses 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and finally, we have advantage.
Long story short, we just don't like this guy.
We have advantage on insight, medicine, performance, and cooking checks. We are protected from nightmares, exhaustion, advantage on wisdom saving throws, gain twice as much HP from the dice. And no one can enter here without permission unless they succeed on a check, and no one can teleport in here.
So Kamir's gonna like look around the room, and he's gonna like look out the window, and he's gonna be like, I think we left the fool out by that gate.
That's unfortunate, now isn't it? Now.
Yeah.
Questions?
That's where he'd end up anyway.
Questions for Michelle.
Wow.
That guy is fucking terrifying.
He's fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. But enough about that. Let's clear the air a little bit.
Yeah.
What are we up against here?
All right. Long story short, Isaac, you fucked up big time.
Yeah. We know.
What else is new?
What were you thinking? I thought you were planning on stealthing into the city, and we were gonna meet up under the sewers. That's what you told me you were gonna do.
Okay.
I told him I was going to try and get allies.
Also,
And
I didn't think you meant the Wheel of fucking Fortune.
I told you I would. I told you I was going to see him.
Also, this is my fault, not Isaac's. Don't yell at Isaac.
I don't think you caused.
Wait, how is this your fault?
You shot it.
I caused a fucking tornado in a bar.
So
That's not
what
very
happened
stealthy.
was I went to see the wheel. It asked me how I knew so much. I'm like, oh, I have my contacts. Never said it in the King's Court, just said I have contacts in Panama. And he wanted to know who that was. And I wasn't about to give that up. It was either that or he tells people I'm there. So naturally I can't let him leave the room. Didn't know he'd teleport.
Oh.
I think
So then we took out his operation. Which hopefully does some economic damage to the King's Court.
Sweet. I take credit for that.
Yeah.
You
did all
tornado.
that.
The ball was me.
Fair.
Isaac, just like
So you,
okay, give us. Okay,
right.
let's get down to brass tacks. Who is after us besides the devil, obviously?
Right. Well.
Because we know we fucked up. We know.
Well,
what
long
we have
story
to,
short.
We know what we have to do.
Long story short, here's what happened after shit went down. Everybody's cards started burning, and we got an exact message from the king himself, actually. It said, basically, that you would survive, so you were alive in Panmark, and that anybody who was suspected to be in league with you was going to be killed. Any communication that we had was totally cut off, and they named off the cards who they suspected was in league with you. Those cards are the Emperor, the Fool, and Temperance. And so the devil was sent out to kill all of us.
Do you have your card with you?
Let's start.
I do.
Let's start with him.
I have the Emperor's card.
Luckily,
get rid of that.
No, hey. No one can scry on us here. We're safe from all divination magic as long as we're in my ward.
No,
Michelle.
That's how he finds us.
Michelle.
Huh.
What is the devil?
So, okay. Let me explain this first. So they killed your father, the Fool, and I was supposed to be next. So they now know I'm in league with you, for sure, considering we teleported out together. Long story short, the devil, for anybody who's not from Panmark, you all know the King's Court, right?
Yeah. Isaac has caught us up.
We've been briefed.
Right. The devil is everything Isaac can't be. Basically a better version of him. Sorry, I don't mean that to offend you, but the devil is the higher ranking version of death. Anybody who meets the devil, they don't normally live to tell the tale. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of actually speculation if he was real or not, considering nobody ever sees him.
He's real.
He is. Now we know. Very, very powerful assassin. Is very, very loyal to the king.
But what is he, Michelle?
I don't fucking know. Nobody does. Nobody but the king. And that's a lot coming from me because I'm supposed to know everything.
Mir, what color were its hands?
Would I know?
Roll a history check for me.
Right.
To see if you can pick that up from like how fast you're just trying to get the fuck out of there.
Could PJ try remembering? Because he remembers
24.
getting killed.
Yeah, PJ, go ahead and roll a history check for me also.
24.
24. Okay.
Yep, nope. That's a hard no.
You don't remember actually the color of his hands because they had black gloves on. But you do remember that he did have horns that were poking out of a kind of red crimson cloak that fell in front of his face.
He did have red horns.
Yeah, we don't know what he was wearing. We don't know what color his hands were. So either he's got some horn, either those horns are real or they're just decoration. We really have no idea.
Try some.
He had two swords.
I'm gonna just like a sketch artist for like the police. I'm gonna start trying to like make a miniature earthen figurine and molder, trying to match the description.
He had two swords. One had like a snake wrapped around it, and it killed PJ and the Fool. It killed PJ and the Fool at least.
The other.
It's okay. The Fool wasn't with the snake sword. It was with the blue black one that stuck out.
There was a
That one was obsidian, and it looked at the end almost like dark water or like frost that was moving atop of it.
A blue and black blade that looks like dark water.
That stole his soul. Yeah.
Isaac, as you're hearing this blade, hearing about it. Roll an Arcana check.
My earthen figurine help him with assisting?
Yeah, 19.
Oh, wait, you have a D4 because of the ward.
I'm neutral aligned. Doesn't benefit me at all.
No. So if I designate you as good, like in the ward.
Okay, because
if I don't designate
you, it's a little complicated at the moment.
If I allow it,
believe me, this designation is good as an ass.
Okay, 22.
22. Okay, that's just enough then. You do recognize this blade. Ares made this blade with the pact before, because you were like, you would wonder, like, I remember you had asked earlier, Zach, of like, is this a sword or a dagger? You remember Ares made a short sword when he made the pact with his mother.
Oh shit.
With Drax. You would have seen this blade actually be made, and this sounds like the description.
What? And the blade sucked his soul out.
Mm-hmm, that was the main thing.
And was it necrotic in nature, or was it?
I think that suck souls out are.
Yes, it was necrotic.
I think I know who this is.
Oh, who? Please tell.
Ares made a dagger that sounds a short sword that sounds a lot like that when he betrayed us.
Oh.
And
wasn't that?
We were told that Balthazar has his hands in both King's Court and the Joyful Death.
Well.
Oh shit.
I think this is Ares.
Would you like me to?
Or Ares has.
So what about the
Ares
horns?
gave
That
him
doesn't
this
really
blade.
explain the horns.
The horns can be replicated easily.
Yeah,
The horns are probably more decorative than anything else.
You have horns on you right now.
Well, that's more of a description. Oh, wait.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's to fit the. It's created a costume to fit the story.
Yeah.
Like me to check?
The court really likes their theatrics, to be totally honest with you.
But I feel like Ares would have said something. He always was very easy to provoke.
This isn't Ares anymore, I don't think.
That's
Ares
what's concerning about this.
Ares is on the side of.
But he wouldn't just be possessed. He would want to gloat about it.
But like.
When people are corrupted with necrotic magic, they can change. Sometimes they don't even have the personality.
As much as I hate to admit it, PJ, I think they're right. I mean, like
this is Ares.
If it was another it was another dagger.
And now that
then it can't have just transferred between users.
So, I know you Sins keep like body, like hair and stuff like that from all to make sure that if you can be tracked if need be. Would you happen to take something from Ares before the kerfuffle?
Yeah,
we do that.
I have a lock of his hair.
We might
put it in a locket.
May I see it?
She takes it, kind of moves
Isaac,
back around. And
would you mind projecting an image into my head?
You see,
I show him exactly the image of Ares slashing Isaac's mask off with the blade.
You see, Michelle comes over and you see in a heart-shaped locket, gives you the lock of his hair.
Thanks, doll. So I am going to cast Scrying.
Michelle.
What?
Would you mind if I get personal for a second with you?
Why?
Are you because of Ares?
Yeah. That's why that was why I joined the guild.
Yeah.
I don't know. Isaac, I don't mean to get sentimental. But after Ares betrayed you, I didn't know what to do. I'd given up my entire life for him. Everything. And I was lost.
He got what he wanted in the end. And he didn't care what else happened.
He never cared about anybody. He only cared about himself and anything he wanted.
I'm not sure how true that is, but...
I'm not sure either.
He really did care. It's just he valued family over friends. And it doesn't mean he doesn't care about us. He picked his priority.
I think
he wanted to. parental approval so bad that he was willing to do things he shouldn't have to get it.
I think he pushed himself too far.
Still. Isaac, I didn't know what to do, and then he started talking about systematic change, of weeding it out from the inside, of taking down both the Joyful Death and the King's Court, and for the first time, I had purpose again.
You know what a red flag looks like?
Honestly,
Fuck
I wanted
off.
it to be systematic.
Frankly, though, I've grown up in Panmark. I know what it's like to have nothing, and I'm sick of other people not having anything. So I want these fuckers dead, and I have knowledge, and I have shit I want to impart on all of you, because I want this as much as you do. This isn't just your fight anymore, it's ours.
Man,
I'm okay with that.
We accept your offer, Michelle, but
It's not about accepting.
try not to be the second person who's joined us because they want revenge.
I don't want revenge anymore.
No.
That's not why I'm here.
Oh, no offense, Cassius.
None taken. Look. This is what I know. Oh shit, my camera turned off.
Yeah, see, Aaron, you said look, but there's nothing wrong.
Look!
Look.
Camera off.
Everybody look!
This is what I know. I've been trying to gather intel for months. Months since we came up with this plan. And I think this is what we should do. We kill Humid here. I was a part of the Joyful Death. They are not organized in the slightest sense, but they have a shit ton of numbers. But once any kind of leadership falls, everybody will start fending for themselves. It'll be total chaos. The work will be done for us. We just need to kill Humid. When she's dead and gone and out of the picture, the Joyful Death is nothing but a band of thieves that were banded together through greed, frankly.
What about the power vacuum that would follow? You know, typically when you eliminate a leader, there's always another to rise up.
Well,
what would you do to prevent that from reforming?
Well, that's why we're going after the King's Court after.
Yeah.
Once again, the power vacuum.
There will be one, but we're trying to put it there. That's the point, Cece.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, this is not a matter of dealing.
The point is to let our enemies kill each other first.
I understand, but eventually, someone will rise above.
Yes, someone will.
And the idea is that we will.
And
but
exactly.
Yes, Cece, the point. I understand your logic, but if we becoming British, if we take out both, the goal here is to cut off my father from his two biggest sources of influence.
So we care more about stopping him than fixing the city. Got it. I love you. Continue.
Right. Alright, and then next. The King's Court is different. The King's Court rules on loyalty. And those that are the most loyal to the king are the most powerful and the ones that we have to deal with the most. The others, I did a lot of snooping, and the other ones a lot of them will they're cowards, frankly. If they don't have a place in power, they're not going to stick around. So, these are the ones that we have to worry about. That are the most loyal to the king, that will back him no matter what. And we're going to have to take them out basically at the same time when we get back, because we're shit out of luck for time. The Devil, Judgment, Justice, and the Wheel of Fortune. And the Hermit we gotta get rid of quickly, because loyalty or not, they're the information giver. We will cause total mass confusion within the court if we take out the Hermit. So here's the idea, and this is what I think might work best, because I've seen how you all fight, and you're fucking powerful. We split up, day that we get back, and each of us go after one of the King's Court members.
Why we're strongest together, that's what makes us so effective.
We don't have time, that's the problem. We're not gonna have time to go to each individual one. We're gonna need to take them all out at once, at the same time.
Well, what if instead of splitting up, we can draw them together?
I don't think they'll do that. They're too smart for that, frankly.
I think that's, and also CC. No offense, I think that's not the best idea considering the power of the devil alone. The devil by himself was able to successfully kill one of us in 5 seconds.
And I'm one of the weakest members of our crew.
I doubt we want more than one member of the group.
Well,
this is hard. I get both sides, but I definitely don't want to be fighting more than one person as powerful as he is.
The main problem is that the world is going to be our biggest issue, and we need to take on the world together. But
I'm thinking.
But
I'm thinking, sentimental.
I'm not saying we should split up individually, but I think going at it in groups would be useful.
Exactly.
Or at least a healer for each group.
Exactly. That's the idea. Because the main thing is that we need to kill them all at the same time, and we can't be in more than one place at once. So we got to divide ourselves up.
Can you say again who we need to kill? World, Hermit,
the Wheel of Fortune,
Justice.
the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hermit, Judgment, and the Devil. The Wheel of Fortune is pretty weak on his own, but he'll probably be sticking around with Justice. They're buddy-buddy. They're super and close with one another because Justice is right down the road from the Wheel of Fortune's house, and that's where he gets all of his sword members, is from Justice. So they're going to be together. I'm almost sure of it. They're always working in tandem together. So they're going to be together, so we're going to have to send more forces there. Then I suspect that the Hermit can be taken out pretty quickly, and then Judgment is basically, the city is in her hand. She's, have you met Judgment, Isaac?
I don't think so.
She's basically, High Jura. She controls, the eyes, and she's the eyes and ears of the city. As long as she's alive, we'll have the entire city working against us. She'll put up flyers. She'll keep the confines of the city closed. The city itself will be working against us until she's dead. And then she'll probably be with the Hermit because they work in tandem. Again, it's like the city's working against us. The Hermit it's all mass communication for the guild.
So 3 teams.
So 3 teams, and then the final one is after the Devil.
So funny thing about needing to be in 2 places at once. It's not impossible.
Well, we need to be in 3 places at once. All of us.
Well, I can make a duplicate.
That's good. The one of you goes for another member of the team.
That's an incredible idea, CC. Let's write that down.
But we have that means
write that down.
That means that we have a game plan of what we need to do, an objective.
Yeah.
Does this work for all of you? Is this a good idea?
Well, I only can make.
We'll have to figure out who we're pairing up with each other based on our skills.
Let's tackle this one thing at a time. Right. We have to kill a human first.
Right.
Theoretically, I can make 2 duplicates. I'll make one of myself, so the other one can make a duplicate of another. But
do you think?
That balance.
Do you think it would be?
I think it'd be best to do a duplicate of either Isaac or Ashielra. Ashielra, for just soaking up damage and then dealing massive, or Isaac for crits.
I'm pretty sure that, by the way, Ash, I'm pretty sure the disguise has been dropped. I think our disguises are all gone.
We don't sustain well in combat, so I would not put it in melee.
At this point, I'd say that the hour has kind of passed.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it has.
Yeah. So at this point, yeah, it's like Elsie. At this point, this is when it all passes. Everyone's sort of spells drop, except for anybody who has a spell. It's keeping them that way. It's like
it's a ward. Yeah, no ward. But I'm just suggesting that I could make a duplicate. I'm just saying I could make a duplicate. We can keep teams, but I can send the duplicates to the teams that are fighting the most dangerous one.
Yeah, definitely. That would definitely be useful.
That's a good idea.
Considering the power.
I do need money.
Power that we've seen.
I have money.
Perfect.
You
So who's going with who?
If it's possible.
I feel like we need to make a breakdown of the people we're fighting before we make our individual pairs, because instead of just pairing who works well together, we can pair up against their weakness.
Right.
I also feel that we may have to deal with her threat first before we make long-term decisions.
Human, we need to figure out where she is.
Yes.
I can find out.
Honestly, we need to figure out a way to pin her down and kill her quickly.
Yes. Before we move on,
I know tend to trend. This group tends, when Mirio was here, tended to trend on the more
gung ho side.
No, slightly more merciful, a bit more moral here. But
who's time for that? Kill.
But we're going to have to be brutal with this. No.
Yeah, Isaac. One thing you should know is that Mirio was the only one that had qualms with killing people.
I'm trying to avoid the whole brutal thing because of what happened when I did.
I don't kill innocents.
Yeah, that's fair, PJ. But I mean, like, we're not gonna. I appreciate your. I put my hand on PJ's shoulder. I appreciate your morals, PJ, but at the very least, we should make sure Human stays dead this time.
Human, I can agree on.
I don't just mean Human, but I mean these members of the King's Court. They might try and strike deals with you, beg.
Well, we can kill them. Isn't killing something...
You can kill them, it's fine.
You can't kill something that doesn't have a soul. And they've already sold theirs. You just dispatch it.
Okay, Michelle, before we move on to Human... Sorry, go ahead, Ash.
I just said I suppose that's one way to look at it.
Oh, yeah. Before we talk about Human, I do have one question. Yeah. Isaac, you said that there was a new bodyguard for the king?
Yeah.
That bodyguard I'm talking about, yes, I did. I don't know too much about it.
All I know, that was information from me, actually.
Yes.
Implemented pretty recently, probably within the past month or so. That's kind of it. We know that I know that there's somebody there. Nobody else does. I've heard talk, but we should prepare.
So we may have to keep an eye out for another.
I thought it was the devil.
Another unseen threat.
I thought it was the devil, but it sounds like someone new. Something
That's fun.
New. So.
Well, real quick, if you guys don't mind.
That could also be. Yeah.
Ares is the son of the king, which we talked about earlier.
Speaking of Ares, I was going to try scrying on him, but it's a little hard to concentrate when people are talking.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Do that.
Yeah, please do that, because if Ares is the devil, even more reason that I want to be the one to go after it.
Great, thank you.
Peter just kind of looks down.
Michelle looks at you as gives you a nod and then a piercing gaze of kind of want to go with.
Yeah, do the.
Isaac nods at her
guys, shh.
So,
CC needs to scry.
You sit and you kind of close your eyes and.
I cast scry and I'm just gonna whatever I see, I'm immediately transferring to Isaac too through the telepathic link. I'm showing him what I see.
Right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna.
Block of hair. So -10 to Ares' save modifier, and I have seen the targets. I haven't met him, but it's more than just hearing, so I'll leave that up to you.
You see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence of you.
Oh no!
So as you go to cast the spell, so you see.
Son of a bitch!
Weren't you the one that said that no one can scry on us here?
No, I can scry on others. No one can scry on us.
Yeah, you open your eyes, and as you do, you say the right incantations. You're like, why the fuck isn't this working? And then you sniff again, and you look out the window. You're like, oh right, I'm in hell.
Son of a gab.
When me and the boys are in the summoning circle.
I'm gonna redirect this the spell then to Human.
I'll say you're gonna need to cast another one.
I cast it again.
Okay.
Isaac, hit me up with an image, even though it really won't change.
I've never seen Human. Isaac's never seen Human.
Nope.
Huh. Well, does anybody have anything of humans?
A stab scar.
No. We had her amulet for a while, didn't we?
You did.
Guess who sold it?
Anything at all? Anything she's touched that's technically been in her possession?
Do you have anything of Gonk's, PJ?
I do have some of his scrap metal.
That might help.
Okay.
Not really. No, it's not Humets.
Okay, I'm gonna take
Human.
This may not work, but I'm gonna take PJ and hold PJ and use PJ. The scar.
Wait, what did I get from her? What did I get? What did we get from beating her?
You got the cloak that had the Rite of Rising inscribed in it. which you had sold, and the stone and the amulet.
What was the stone?
The Onyx
again?
Stone of Undeath.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Which
I read that one too.
PJ's wound is technically Humit's attack.
No,
so
it's not. I'm not allowing that to be a component you can use in the scry spell. I'm sorry.
PJ is not a component?
No. All right, so you have heard of Humit's second hand.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't have anything. I was making sure I don't have anything. I had it.
You don't have any Humit's money?
No, I gave all my
money. Does not count either. I'm sorry.
I have the Vilmir tome, but I don't think that would count.
Nope, not Humit's.
All right, let's just do it.
Okay.
There's a +5 save modifier. It'll be fine.
Pull up.
If we waited 8 hours, I could give you a +6, but alas, I cannot.
It's not my modifier. It's not my roll.
It's Humit's roll.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I also am in my ward. Doesn't.
Okay. Okay. And what level is Scry?
5th.
5th level. Actually can't be affected or detected by spells of 6th level or lower. So,
well, I don't see anything,
so
guys.
you close your eyes once more, cast out the spell. You look around. You're just so distracted by the smells of sulfur and sweat, and you're just too difficult to focus, and just doesn't permeate.
Alright. Well, I can still get an audience with her.
You consume both the spells things.
So does Humit usually live here, or is she usually in Panmok?
It's both.
Get her attention, don't worry.
She moves back and forth. I managed to find a headquarters a while back.
From what we know, it's basically like Panmark is her job, workplace, and this is her home.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I do have an idea. Do you think she would come with the potential there of a deal?
Probably not. She's a Rakshasa. They're not really devils. They're fiends.
She does like making deals, though.
That's fair.
Would she make a deal with someone that is wanting to bring back the civilization that could potentially bring, serve her? An entire civilization onto a second Panmok?
Knowing her,
that might
be something that really interests her.
Might work.
We're gonna have to...
Michelle, something you need to know is that the day I met some of these people was the day I met Humit, and that's the exact thing she was looking for. So that sounds like a brilliant idea.
Knowing her, let's do it.
So, why don't we set up...
her.
I'm sure word will travel quickly. If anything, we can get her to come to us. We can set up a battleground, I can set up some wards and some spells so that when we do fight her, it's in our favor. Isaac can get to high ground, vantage point.
I mean, there seemed to be that, what was it? That marketplace. Maybe we see where that goes. Oh.
We probably don't want to do it first.
I should probably make you aware of that. Well, I've only ever been to one of the 3 main attractions, as they say, of the city of Dis. And I mean, only 2 of them I think would really be of any interest to a Rakshasa, as you say. I'm actually gonna go and pull up my Hell one-shot. Here we are. They are, as I was saying, there is the Garden of Delights, which is quite the, it's where I tended to frequent when I visited the 9 Hells, as that is it is a facility, and has the illusion of fine meals and pleasures of the flesh for rather exuberant prices, and it's where...
She thinks of Mirio in kind of like, his knuckles kind of go white.
This is where Nimrayo would have... She was the head mother there, and where all of her children play. Next, there is Metarini, which is the great prison that exists under the scapes of Dis. Those who break the law often tend to go here, so we can't get caught by the imps. But I know that for those who are many beings who regenerate within the 9 Hells and return here, if we would have killed Humit on the material plane, her
the process in which it would take for her to regenerate would be in one of these protected cells. And then finally Plutar, which is the Bank of Souls. Devils make biddings for prisoners captured or brought into the city. So, I think she would probably be either within Meterini or within Plutar. I don't know how much the Garden of Delights would really gather her interest.
Oh, but if we offered it as a meeting place.
Sure, that might work. Might be even more, we might be able to actually get a room there. They'll give you anything if they think it's for
worth your time.
Pleasures of that regard.
And with
Cassius.
Yes, nephew.
I think not enough people tell you this, but thank you for being so helpful.
He seems very taken aback.
Yes.
So...
yes, anyway, back to business.
Plan at hand. How will we get the word out to Humid?
And what about those little, fuckers?
Come again?
The little fuckers who was on the whatever the fuck they're called.
Oh, yes, obviously. Your superior intelligence just... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a mortal being could not comprehend...
Michelle, CC hears from a different era, as it were. You're going to have to use more basic words to convey what you're trying to say.
Yes.
The smiley bitches in the gold armor. With the little wings.
Apologies, I'm too primitive to understand your extensive vocabulary.
Cece, shut up. You know what she's talking about.
Now I do.
Yeah. What about them?
No. I'm from 2,000 years ago. I thought there was one place where you go when you died. And
Cassius, what about that?
Now there are 9.
Well, they do speak rather quickly with one another, but it's a gamble to give any information to them. What do you all think?
I think we avoid killing her in public. That's the top priority.
We try to set up a private deal. Here's what we do. We set up a private deal. We kill her.
Pretend to make it an arrangement in the Garden of Delights.
We kill her as quickly and privately as we can. And then we immediately link hands and plane shift out of here.
I feel like if we were to try to arrange for a deal, especially in a city, or these very, let's just say, monitored cities, it would be very hard to get her alone, and she would likely be traveling with a group of people, or there'd be people around to notice. And especially as someone of her stature or station, especially her... There's even on the material realm, it would not be one-on-one. People would notice. It would cause a disturbance, whatever we did, especially if we set something up with her directly.
If it is the Garden of Delights, that might be the only place we might have any privacy. But we have to do it under the guise that it's an arrangement.
Yeah.
That is not an issue with me.
If we kill this person and then immediate shift back to the material plane, what the devil won't be waiting.
Nothing.
Nothing. That's the best idea that we have, that is not just us attempting to run all the way out of the skinny and then play shit.
I think
Fancy your chances against the devil more than an entire city.
I think we have to be conscious of how much we're using, because I know you magic bitches, you get tapped really easy. You get tired out like really
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I'm saying we're gonna when we get back to Panmark, we're immediately gonna have to just go, because we need to kill these guys at the same time.
It's magic, bitch.
I'm just saying.
More than just your spells.
I'm just saying in regards to the plane shift, it would be of no detriment.
Right. All right.
If we have to kill her silently, I might have trouble with that.
Oh, you're literally an assassin. Isn't that your job?
Yeah, what the hell? Don't you have like a thing that makes your bullets quieter?
It's not the bullets that make noise.
Whatever, just
it's
like
the explosion. It's a miniature explosion.
Either way.
Usually people are dead before they realize there's been a gunshot.
I'm sure gunshots aren't the weirdest thing people hear.
You could use a sword, can't you? Or like a knife?
It might not be utilizing their resources to the fullest extent. But what stops Humid from leaving? Once they realize?
That's my question too.
I have a plan. My wards, I can set up wards around it. Humid cannot travel interdimensionally travel inside my warded area.
We trust CC, you are very powerful. We have some very powerful casters in this group, and I trust you and Ruby to make this easy on us.
Watch my command.
Alright. So we lure her into the garden, one of the private rooms, and just start stabbing like Brutus?
Yes.
Yep, pretty much.
I can arcane lock the door.
Yep. Ash can put her in a stranglehold if need be. Right, Ash?
We're gonna need to make sure we have some powerful weapons. I don't think she'll be easy. She'll take easily to.
How about this? I have Finger of Death. Is that powerful enough for you, Isaac?
Yeah, that sounds like it'll do it, but yeah, that will do it.
If Ash restrains her, then I would have very little issue using it on her.
Michelle?
Even easier.
That's something that can potentially keep restrained.
I have something even better. I ward the area, lock the door. Inside there's a symbol. I can cast symbol, death. Necrotic damage dealt over 10 minutes should drain the life from her. We need not even to lift a finger, okay? We lock her.
We can all take part in this fight.
If we can get a room opposite, so is it like how's the building oriented? Because
the ward would definitely be ideal. If
you're wondering what the garden looks like, it is a small-ish garden. It is primarily outdoors with several pillars. Behind those pillars are rooms. Rooms transform, frankly, into anything of the user's deepest desires. However, they're all illusion-based. Oftentimes they have meals and fine dining, but it's all human flesh or anything. It looks more decadent than it really is.
But would the rooms general size be consistent?
The room's general size, yes, will be anything that we need it to be.
Perfect.
Are there windows into the rooms?
No windows into the rooms.
Perfect. So
that is one thing that most, and he looks down at the door where the other the weird devil guy is. Most devils and mortals share that alike, that they don't wish to have their fancies looked in upon.
Is there a way we could put a magic doorway there? Because if I can be on a rooftop on the other side across the street, I can just shoot straight in.
Isaac, I don't know.
It's a little different than that. There are magical enchantments.
We need not overcome.
Fair enough.
I appreciate. I'm sure your gun will be just as effective, close range as it will fire.
I'm just saying I could lock her in there and she could slowly die while we all just wait.
I think it would just be easier if we made sure she was dead ourselves.
If you say so. In that case, I can, Isaac, you can hang outside. I can open gates that I can orient on the inside, and you can main post on the outside. And through the portal, it'll come out on the other end.
All right. Do we have a okay? Sounds like a plan. Are you guys ready to, I guess, relax and get
ready as I'll ever be?
Yeah. Right.
All right.
I put my hand out.
When do you want me to make that duplicate? It will
Who
take
should we make a
12
duplicate
hours.
of?
12 hours per duplicate.
Might want to start on it now then.
I
Alright,
don't
who are we
have the ability
duplicating?
to. Myself,
not?
number one. I don't have the spell
Alright.
slots.
Let's rest and then.
Let's rest and
Soon
then
as
worry
possible,
about it.
then.
Please.
All right.
Put
Yeah.
your hand in the put your hands in the center. I'm trying to do a thing.
PJ puts both.
Isaac puts a metal hand in.
PC rolls her eyes, but indulges it.
Michelle does, and Cassius waits a long while, and then
Do I
I
have-
like looking at him.
then he puts it in.
Do I have to be touching
Alright.
the entire scene?
7 deadly sins. Let's do this.
Woo!
And that is where we're gonna go ahead and end tonight's session.
Woo.
Alrighty.
Alright.
8 minutes over.